soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, mind makes right. In for the fight. Starlight out on. Starlight out on. Starlight outlaw, cosmic soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, time makes right. In for the fight. Starlight outlaw. Starlight outlaw.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I see a couple of you in chat. Give me 1 second. I am finishing sharing out the stream. How are all of you guys doing today? What's up, Arkansas? How are you doing?
Long time no see there.
Yeah,
For me, anyway.
I hadn't talked to a lot of people in a minute. All right, we are done here on my end with sharing the stream out. How is everybody doing? Let's see
You
who
like
we
my
got.
new title?
Official, unofficial co-host Chuck. Yes. Oh, you know, a messy girl gets her.
Yes, sir. As messy as they come.
What's up? I don't know who that is, but welcome. First time seeing you here. What's up, Ashtray? What's up, Becca? King of Arkansas.
Oh, Jody.
Jody.
Yeah, welcome. I hadn't seen her, Miss Becca.
How are you guys doing? Today is Tucker's birthday. He is a year old now. So
And
happy birthday, Tucker. Tucker's
there
a
you
good
go.
boy. He got him a $60 ham bone from the ranch I've been working at. We cut it in half. Him and Midnight split it. They got a little aggressive with each other over it, so we took it from them both in the middle of the night.
Makes sense.
So, but Tucker and Midnight both enjoyed it. That was awesome. It was funny. Like Tucker met some new dogs and was trying to play with them, and one of the alphas of the other pack or the other dogs didn't like Tucker and got jealous that the dogs in his pack wanted to play with him, and then Midnight being the border collie dog that he is, like broke up the fight, wouldn't let him fight, kept like swerving in front of him. It's quite funny.
Yep.
Yes, this is a $60 fucking like actual like calf piece of a fucking cow arm that Tucker got.
I didn't know Cal had ours, but that's okay.
The legs, you know what I'm talking about.
I know. Just ragging on you. Did you see when Imperious made his appearance on my show last night? It was about 30 seconds. I let him up, and I said, rule number 1, we're not talking about Andrew Wilson. Number 2, we're talking about recovery. And he said, fuck this, I'm out.
Fair enough.
I didn't even have to get on him. He just left on his own accord. I thought it was hilarious myself.
But no, it was that would be funny. I wish I seen it. Oh man,
I'll get it, edit it, and post it.
That'd be awesome. I posted my Ortho on the land video where I showed the ranch that I was working at and
I
chilling.
saw that.
Well, not really working. I'm just chilling there, volunteering, trying to learn how to do it because I've always wanted to work on the ranch. And like me and 819 have become really good friends, and like it's a beef ranch, so I don't think that's a good idea. I'm like 819, no.
Did you buy one?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
That's just
I know it.
the big ass. That's just like the big ass plastic earring that it has in its ear. Its identification.
Oh, I thought you was referring to the firearm A19.
Oh no, no,
That's what I thought. You're
no.
talking about the ear tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How many
A
you
19
want?
A19 is a cow at the ranch. So
The old guy
like
lives next door to me. He's like 96 years old. He's still running about 150 head.
they right now they're in the middle of like growing a bunch of juveniles. So they are not.
Ready for market.
Yeah. So, and I don't know how many head he's got. I think he's got about 100. But
You know, I was doing a little research talking about cows, nothing to distract. But the reason that the beef prices appear to be going up is because on the West Coast, they shut down a shitload of beef processing plants. You know how they
they,
are out there, them lids.
well, the mad cow disease, or was it? No, it was the evil chicken disease. The chicken bird
Avian.
flu. Yeah,
Yeah.
avian flu, bird flu is in Georgia now apparently, and they're like, we gotta kill the chicken.
Yeah,
What's
we
up?
went through that last year or this year. Is that
OG,
Ashtray?
well, how you doing? How you doing, Jack?
Oh, that's Craig. Welcome, Craig.
Hello. Yeah, I think my wife's got mad cow disease. She's always pissed off with me. Or she might be on the blob or something.
That's
All
crazy.
women have mad cow.
That's crazy. The Orthodox guy does not support. No, wait.
Should I put my wife down then if she's got foot in mouth?
How does it go? Oh, here we go.
I need to get a shotgun. You got foot in mouth, you dirty cow.
Here we go. The views of the panel are their own. Don't beat me, Lauren or D3. All hail our female overlords. There we go.
There you go.
She's got a fucking black eye, right? But it's like a fucking spot underneath her eyelid, and it's all like made the bottom of her eye black and swelled up a bit. She's got like a little spot underneath, a little white head underneath her eyelid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's under behind the eyelid, and it's swollen up. It looks like she's got a black eye. And I'm like, yeah, everyone's gonna go around saying I've given her a fucking black eye. I'm like, when she fucking puts me on my ass all the fucking time. I am not joking you. That woman actually puts me on my ass. She's got a left mean hook.
That is wild. I'm full of love, not full of hate. I'm gonna you lying. I imagine the outrage if the roles were reversed. That's crazy.
I was just on a Muslim channel, just trolling the shit out of them. I was.
Why were you were trolling Muslims? That's mean.
They're fucking idiots anyway. Fucking lot of them should be deported. They're actually British Muslims as well. Bastards are here to take over my country. They're the ones who are violent. They're the ones who agree in child marriage and shit like that. They should be the ones who'd be kicked out of the country.
Yep. But no, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been to a? I know you have been. We went to the scrapyard today.
Yeah.
It was cold. It was real fucking
Yeah.
cold. It was real cold, Chuck. Real cold.
Cold is
real-
when you reach down and pick up a piece of steel and it sticks to your hand.
No, fuck that. Cold is when you're taking cold
You're
is when you're
asking
taking a
Chuck,
starter off, and then
Mm.
your wrench slips and you bash your knuckles into the fucking side of the engine block. That's
Yep.
what cold is. No, but that shit hurted
you
it.
want to go shag a gas pipe on the car, right? In the freezing cold, and then get yourself stuck.
Mm-mm.
That'll prove how cold it is.
Yeah, I don't know how many knuckle busters I've done.
What's
And
up,
they're pretty-
D5? How you doing, darling? Chuck,
I
Chuck,
really don't want to
Chuck
hurt
and
it.
Craig were talking bad about women, and I told them to stop.
Yeah, they're all on their
I
blog.
wasn't talking bad about women. I was knocking the
You said
cows.
they all have
I
mad
was.
cow
I was.
disease. You calm down.
I
I'm
was.
snitching to our female overlords, all right? What
Dude,
part of
D-
views on the
D5 is
past?
my hero. She's my hero.
Yeah, she got a
women
16
are on the
degrees
flaming
today.
red carpet 24/7.
Mm.
She's got a problem with my boyfriend, though. I'm going to have to straighten him out.
Honestly, I'll be happy to watch.
All right,
Make
where's
sure
the
you
real
follow.
D? What have you done with her? Where's she at? Oh man, no, but we went to the scrapyard today and got a fucking a throttle body for the Nissan Maxima.
Yeah.
It fixed the problem for all of like 10 minutes, and then it started that fucking fluctuating rev again, which was annoying. But I got a samurai sword hilt for my shifter now.
You might have a sensor issue that.
Well, I've already replaced the sensors, mass airflow, and the fuel.
What
and the
about
air
you
fuel,
might have to go with the ECM. Yeah, I hate these new cars with a passion.
This ain't a new car. This is a 2001. It's a standard.
Right on the breaking point. Yep.
Yeah, right before they started turning computers into fucking cars into cyborg. Oh, we found like my mechanic friend was the one who went into the junkyard. Junkyards are fascinating. Like they're amazing. My mechanic friend is the one who picked up these parts today, and junkyards are notoriously cheap. He went in and he found a Bluetooth navigation radio.
Yeah.
He's gonna put that in the Nissan because we got a couple cars we're fixing.
What did it come out of?
I have no idea. It's an aftermarket part.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes they won't work on other brands. That's why.
He went straight in there looking for aftermarket parts.
Okay, got you.
I don't know how much it cost him, but he got a bunch of stuff for us to fix on the on our cars, and then some stuff for the ranch. I got to go work on a tractor in the next couple of days.
What kind?
I have no idea yet.
Good Lord! What kind of farmer are you?
One that's just starting out. I'm not a farmer. I'm a ranch hand.
Oh.
I'm not even getting paid for it. I'm just volunteering because I think it's fascinating and it gives me something to do.
You'll be like Yellowstone. You'll have to take the brand.
No, but the dude is the dude who owns it is a big ass old dude. And I don't mean fat. Like he's built like a brick shit house. He's like Master Yoshi from Dragon Ball Z. Like fucking
huge.
Where's the cowboy house? He's I don't know what he did, but he's ex-military, ex-special forces.
So
he's cool as fuck though.
Till you cross him.
Do you have the Tomater car? No, my car gets on. My car gets on its own.
Oh, we got one of them tow trucks here in town that's been converted to the Tomater.
Oh.
I'm trying to buy it from the guy, but he didn't want to sell it. And then I was going to give it to D5 because I know how much he likes Disney.
Man, you know, I'm angry because I made another video about the snow that we had like yesterday or the day before. I don't want to post it. I don't want to post it because, like, it's cold and it's hard to breathe when it's cold, and I sound like a fucking kaiju breathing next to the fucking mic. You can breathe next to the mic.
Well, just wait till this weekend.
No, Chuck, keep that up there. Keep that up there. I don't want your cold. Keep it up there.
That's why I moved to Tennessee to get away from this shit. And it followed me.
That's crazy. You need to leave that cold shit. Tell it to leave me alone.
I'm the same way. My body, after all those surgeries, my body don't like that cold shit.
I'm just getting old. I'm finally to the point I don't like the cold no more.
Getting old. Son, you got a long way to go.
All right, look, I just don't like the cold no more. I'm sitting here like my grandma. I'm sitting here like my grandma with a blanket and a shawl over me. But I'm gonna upload that video because it shows you how pretty Georgia can be, and it shows you the type of environment I lived in. And it, like, when I explained that in front of me, it's like town and village. Behind me, the woods goes on for miles, and it's just like it just goes and divots down, makes little hills.
Oh,
it's fucking
just like
awesome.
Where I live. I live out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. Ain't shit around but woods.
When we went to the little trail the video that I'm about to put up, we went there the first time. Tucker took the meanest shit right off to the side of the trail, and walking by that, I about passed the fuck out, bro. I'm like, damn, Tucker, you okay?
Smelling.
Tell the truth, you was hugging that thing for heat.
I thought about it, bro. It was cold. Bro, you can see the steam. You can see the steam run off your skin when you go outside.
Oh, I could tell you some stories about cold when I was in the service and the things we did to try to keep warm.
I don't want to hear about your coming of age story in the military, Chuck. You know, I respect and love you, but I don't want to hear about how fucking
how to convert a one-man sleeping bag into two
and do a 4-man sleeping bag. I heard you was close to the Navy.
I'm sorry, OG and Chuck, but I've just been in a really weird mood tonight.
That's fine.
I fucking hate them. I really do.
He hates what?
I hate Muslims.
That's fine. Well, we don't hate anybody over here.
No, I actually personally hate them and what they're doing over here.
Oh, you're talking about your invasion?
Their invasion, yeah. They've taken over bloody Birmingham. They've taken over London. Now they're working their way from. They're actually working their way from Scotland down. Now they're trying to make their own union. Now they're trying to also make their own parliament. Be their own MP stuff like that. So they can
I've read about some of that.
We've got a mayor in London who is Muslim, Sadiq Kant, as we call him, right? Who doesn't believe that there's a fucking grooming gangs. Oh, what happened there? Hello?
Yeah, it's me. He's checking on me, making sure I am me.
Oh. Who's me?
You.
Welcome to the show, Shadow Buddha. Nothing happened.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he was.
One second, Craig. Nothing happened.
Oh.
I mean, I thought it was shitty what Landry did, but nothing happened.
So that's normal.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Nothing happened between nothing. Well, Shadow Buddha was like doing that thing that people do when they're just trying to strike up a conversation about something.
Uh-huh.
Nothing, and it was about NPC, Like, nothing happened between me and NPC, unless there's something that happened that I'm not aware of.
I'm going for a fag. I'll be right back.
All right.
In the U.S., that means something totally different.
You'll find out outside of Chuck's door.
So I'm going to carry on. I'm British, so I'm going to say that.
I came up to tell you a really shitty story because we were talking about shitty stories.
Okay, yeah. I'm all ears.
So I wake up this morning. My daughter's like, "Hey, I got to go turn the power back on at my house." She'd been over here because she got injured, and nobody does anything if she's not around, apparently. So power got turned off. She's like, "Well, shit, I got to go deal with that." I was like, "Okay, fine." We get that dealt with. She comes back. She packs up some of her stuff and takes it over to her house. She left a trash bag with like 9 diapers, used diapers in it. That was like stuff. Right. And that's offensive to start with, but we'll get to that in a second. My dog, after she left, went and a few of them things out of there and strode it. I had no freaking clue. And I'm sitting back here in my room, and every now and then I'd catch like this weird whiff of something I couldn't quite identify. And then I walked in there and I looked down and I see see one of the diapers. It's completely intact. It's been wrapped up. It just isn't in a trash bag. And I'm like, that's weird. That must be what's smelling. I reached down and picked it up and then saw the rest of it. And it was like almost instant gagamuffin, dude. Like I just,
yes, sir.
Boy. So yeah, that was not fun. But I've got a great idea. And I think it'll make us $1 billion. You in?
I'm in.
1 second. Is that you, Bumpkin?
What's up, Chief? How's it going?
What's up? 1 second. No, I just don't. I don't hang with people that do things like that I don't agree with. As far as I know, there was never really an issue.
We good?
Go ahead. What's up, Kat? How you doing?
So
good to have you on the show, Bumpkin. Good to have you in the audience, Shadow. Good to have you, Kat. Go ahead, Seth.
Anyone who gets this done first, I want 10%. But here's what I want to do. I want to make a mixed drink, and I want it to be Gatorade and Everclear, and I want to call it Electrolyte.
There's already one out there.
Yeah, but it ain't named Electrolyte, and I don't get paid for it.
True. Everclear does make a pretty blue thing.
But
as
today
a public service announcement, we got a GoFundMe going to help this poor young man who's living on the streets from rags to riches. We're trying to build him a new life.
As they say in the Boondocks, from rags to bitches. Am I right?
I wish we had that Sarah McLachlan music, you know, the one they play on the dog commercial. Really pull the emotions out.
Of the angel.
There you go. But I assume the GoFundMe's been posted.
Oh, Jay, saw you on Dusty's earlier.
Dusty. Oh, yeah.
Give me 1 second.
I saw you on Dusty's earlier. I did say hello, but you never replied.
Still in the junkyard or working on the car.
All right.
I'll be right back. I gotta be right back. I gotta grab Tucker.
All right, 10-4. What's up, Sasquatch? What's up, Chuck? What's up, Craig?
What's up, Bump?
I didn't like the way you called my name then.
What, Craig?
Yeah, it's just the way you said it with a bit of attitude.
Whoa.
Oh.
Attitude.
Oh.
How dare you, Pumpkin?
I don't know what
attitude. Bastard.
Push that chest out there.
I know what attitude is, but I don't know what attitude is. So,
Craig, have you met Bumpkin before?
Yes, on GOB.
Well, in that case, you know exactly how he feels about you now.
Yeah. I'm keeping my ass firmly well on the sofa.
I mean, I don't mind British people, you know.
I'm just being an asshat. I'm just playing.
Dude, you're fine.
As long as they don't talk about American politics, we'll be fine.
Dude, I had an experience at the
You don't want to
Walmart.
talk about American politics. You want to talk about UK instead? Mine's fucked.
Yeah, as long as you only talk about immigration.
Easy way to sum it up.
Y'all don't actually have politics. Y'all have tyrannical abuse.
A bit of both.
There's nothing political about it. It's just out of y'all's hands. Y'all are no longer in control. Votes mean nothing. They do whatever they want. They literally tried to ram through
Currently, our PM
the EU.
is currently trying to cause a fucking war with Russia and Afghanistan.
What?
Wait, didn't we just do Afghanistan? Are you sure it's not Iran?
One second.
One of them.
Everclear is grain alcohol. It's corn.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of that, I have my first batch of mead making right now.
You lucky slut. I want to make some mead. I want to make some fucking strawberry and blackberry mead.
I'm doing first batch is gonna be wildflower honey mead, so we'll see how it goes.
Got some petunias in a bottle, don't you, boy?
Tell you what I want to do. They got this stuff called psychedelic honey. You ever heard of that?
Sasquatch. We're trying to get people like relatively, tipsy, not fucking dying in a cornfield somewhere. Please, for the love of God.
Then why are you drinking?
Yep.
I don't drink.
You got a point.
I mean, I drink. Yes, I'm making the mead for recreational use.
Did anyone see the video between the Muslim and that monkey?
Oh boy!
You said the same thing there.
Hey?
Way south.
No, I didn't. It's not racist.
I'm gonna have to depart the area of operation.
Oh, nuns allowed to wear them hats that they wear, and we're being banned from wearing them. The monkey goes, well, the last time I checked, nuns don't explode.
Yeah. That was racist, but I'll let it go.
Well, nuns don't explode, though.
Okay, sure. But it's the person that was talking was not a monkey.
No, the person.
He was a Sasquatch, bro.
Yeah, he's a Sasquatch.
How can you say that in front of me, you silly British bastard?
Fuck you.
I mean, what is a Sasquatch?
Wait, hold on. How did you find a set of balls talking to me, but you can't do it with your own government? That's fucked up.
Dude, we're trying to do it with our own government.
No, you're not. Y'all run around and hung up.
We're looking at a country who can't defend itself. We're not allowed.
You don't need to.
You've got us. I got it.
But your bloody president won't do shit.
Oh my god!
Do that crap. Yeah, we've actually asked and begged for his help.
You don't.
I mean, he won't do shit.
Who will you beg for help?
Yeah, he slags our fucking. He slags the London Mayor. Brilliant, but he won't say anything about Keir Starmer. Well,
it's okay,
but he won't say anything properly to his face.
It's okay, buddy. The new administration in the United States has okayed the CIA to run psyops within your country to allow national.
Dude, we've just been fucking. Our country. So, the Chinese embassy has just been approved. The new one in this country. They want it bigger.
Yeah, there's literally Chinese forces in Canada right now. Like, yeah.
World War III is about to be lit, brother.
It's like a video game.
We're going to see an American Civil War before the World War III.
Hold on. We've already got a Chinese embassy. We've got fucking 3. We've got at least 2 or 3 American embassies in this country. Why ain't they doing nothing?
They are.
No, sir, you're completely off base. American embassies don't do shit except protect American citizens in your country. That is their only and singular freaking purpose.
Okay,
right?
I'm screaming.
That being said, if y'all will sign the Constitution and ratify that fucker, you'll see what happens.
And I would love to move to America.
Reconquist of Great Britain.
The 51st state.
Oh, dude.
I would instantly buy I'd like to move the fuck out of my country. Get fucking Russia to nuke the living shit out of my country.
It wouldn't take but one.
I hate my country so much.
There's the problem. You're not the only one.
Yeah, the problem
Dude,
is you
I'm
might be more
ashamed to be
patriotic,
British.
bro. Why are
I've
you
already
ashamed?
said the other day when I was on Gospel of Bob, right? If I came to America and America asked me to hand over my British citizenship and dismiss me being British, I would.
Okay, quick question, Craig. Quick question: is British a nationality or ethnicity?
Fuck knows.
That was not English. That was not English.
Motherfucker spawned a fucking language. Not one of them can speak it.
that was not English.
I couldn't give a flying fuck. I'm ashamed. I don't even call myself British. I call myself
English. Are you English?
Maybe. I think I'm from Mars or something.
Well, that makes you Michael Smith, and neither of you have control of anything.
Nope.
My point being is, yeah, throw out the being a patriot for Britain, but you have like thousands and thousands of years of your ancestors being in the same place, and you're being conquered right now. So if you look at it from that perspective, right, kind of sucks ass. Not gonna lie. I think Britain should be the 51st state. Actually, it should go Canada.
Britain should be erased off the map.
It should go Greenland, Canada, Great Britain, Australia, and the Panama Canal.
I think the whole Western Hemisphere should be ours.
Yeah,
that would pretty much lock down anything from ever happening to the United States of America ever again. We'd have to have like
pumpkin. The UK should be physically wiped off the map.
No, that's my genetic homeland. I can't admit to that. I can't.
Oh, shit. I couldn't agree more, Craig.
What?
Fuck you.
What the UK? You're not going to get it back. The Muslims are going to take it over, no matter what we do.
Let's see if they become the 53rd state.
I agree with. We have the same problem, Craig. Unless we fix it.
Texas is working on it. Have you seen?
Hold on, Sasquatch. Right? You have more chance of defending your country. Yeah. You have rights to defend yourself. You guys have got rights to have guns.
It doesn't look like it, Minnesota.
Dude, we've got fuck all. We're not allowed to defend ourselves. If we got attacked or stabbed, I'm supposed to take it. Yeah. If I try to
you're okay. So I don't care about Fed posting. I'm dying anyway. I'm joking. We're all dying. Everyone's dying.
Dude, no offense, right? Yeah?
No, hold on. I don't care about Fed posting anymore. You're supposed to go further, right? You don't just pick a random target, all right? And that's all I can go say there.
OG, yeah? If I got stabbed tomorrow, right, and I defended myself, I'm the one getting arrested for it.
Well, I got stabbed yesterday.
Hold on. If you get stabbed and you defend yourself, you defended yourself too late, sir.
Overweight, before or after. They arrest me instead of arresting him.
Well, they arrested plenty of Americans for the same shit.
Facts. You remember that guy in the subway? That checked out.
Hello, gentlemen.
Same thing. He was defending someone else in that case, and New York decided you don't have the right to defend someone else.
I just want it to be clear. There's something I'm thinking about speaking about Muslims. The FBI can ruthlessly track down every grandma that went into the Capitol on J6. But yeah, they can't do shit to the people doing what they're doing in Minnesota right now.
I've got a question.
It's not just Minnesota, dude.
I've got a question for you. What other religion and faith blows themselves the fuck up?
Welcome, Mr. I mean, self-sacrifice and suicide bombings are a tactic that's been enjoyed by every group at one time.
Enjoyed.
I'm speaking purely from a military historian perspective. The noble kamikaze sacrifice is enjoyable when you.
It's mainly done by
if I can, actually, first of all, thank you very much for the invite. I just woke up, so very cool.
Yeah, Beth.
I actually in college had to write a paper about whether or not terrorism is ever justified. and one of the sources that we were given was the letter left by a female bomber who was of the Muslim faith. And it was actually absolutely fascinating to get a glimpse into that mindset.
Irish.
Well, yeah, let's say it's a very easy mindset to understand.
It is.
Like,
because it's simple.
Well, it's not. It's nuanced. It's not that simple, but like victory at all costs. They actually believe in this thing. They want to make it better. They want to make the world better for their ideology, their beliefs, and they see that they're under attack or they just strongly believe in it. It's weird.
This letter, it was almost like it was extremism, right? I'm doing what I think is the only thing I have that I can do, and we must do something because, we have our children that are at stake. We have our ideology that's at stake, our country. There's a lot of different aspects.
Wipe the Muslim and Islam off the planet.
All right, that might be enough of that type of conversation.
Yeah. Craig, you gotta cold it down there, bud.
No, be serious. Yeah, it solves everything.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm not gonna be a part of this.
You're not being serious. You are joking, sir. And if you don't start joking immediately, you won't be.
Craig, thank you for coming, but I can't let you do that on the YouTube channel, buddy.
Yeah, it's really inappropriate for him to even put it that way because people of all walks of life and of all ideologies have engaged in that at some time or another.
Oh no, I don't completely disagree with what he's saying, but you just can't say it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Trying to soften it. I was trying to soften
it.
All right, Craig, you're gonna be on timeout for like 10 minutes. I'll bring you back up. What's up? Welcome to the show, Ivan. I don't see you over here often. How are you doing, broski?
Yeah, how's it going, man? Well, I'm in a different time zone too. I just wanted to real quick on the subject that Craig brought up, and probably concerns some of the Americans too, because, well, Brave doesn't really get it fully, but that's besides the point. What I've noticed, especially when it comes to these so-called allies of, the POC allies of the good Muslims in the UK, like this Lubna chick that's been turned into a superstar, taking the money from these white conservatives, and much like the coons in America that.
Whoa!
No, hold on a second. Let me just finish. Let me finish.
No.
Somebody.
You've already crossed the line.
Hold on. Ivan is not trolling. He is from a foreign country.
I'm not trolling. I'm just.
I talked to Ivan before. We're a monetized channel over here, Ivan. You're
monetized.
We gotta self-censor.
Used to be.
It used to be. You haven't been over here since you haven't been over here. The last time you was over here, we weren't monetized. We were wilding the fuck out. So I got you. But no, you can go and finish.
Yeah, what I was about to say, some of these folks that have been on these right-wing or patriotic movements in the UK or even in America, these people who are considered sellouts and rejects from their own communities, who haven't really done anything to change things, because it's not like they're persuading people from their communities to stop being, to stop doing what they're doing or just stop being instruments for the left. It's not like anybody's watching Candace Owens and says, oh, you know what? I need to vote Republican. Thank you, Candace, for changing my mind. And the same thing with that Lubna chick from the UK who's been turned into a superstar and blasted over TV and talking to Tommy Robinson, who's a Zionist clown. And that's why, folks like Rupert Lowe, I would understand because he's a real one. But giving credit to a lot of these so-called non-white allies in these conservative movements that are labeled as if they're doing something exceptional when they're really not. They're not the ones being demonetized. They're not the ones being blocked or deplatformed, swatted, doxxed, and any of that shit. They're just taking all the benefits, not dealing with any of the inconveniences. And that's just my personal observation.
Is that where you landed it? for that conversation. I'm amazed. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Ivan, dude, I'm telling you, Ivan's not a troll. Like, I've talked to Ivan a lot on I've talked to Ivan a lot at Be Braves. Like, he knows.
What country is he from?
I'm Bulgarian. I'm Eastern European.
Did you say Bulgarian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Oh, wait, hold on. Craig, you're not permanently banned or anything. You can come back up. You just had to take a timeout because we're monetized, so I'm trying to keep that going. It's weird balancing because I want everybody to be able to speak what they want to and say what they want to, get their point out. But also I have a monetization. Money is nice. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna censor to the point people can't speak.
Craig, do me a favor. Do not donate or subscribe to Lubna's channel. I know you probably know who she is, or any of these. There's another clown that I don't even want to mention his channel. Look, just don't enforce the narrative that you need a token seller from the other side to speak for you because you don't have freedom of speech or a voice.
I think that's what Mr. is getting at by that comment.
We don't need it, but it does help if it exists. But if it's not real, it's worse than helping.
Yeah, and I'm starting to question a lot of what's real and what's not.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wearing my tiny hat, Polaris. My name is OrthodoxGuy in Steen and Spergenstein and Schreckelstein.
You people are so brainwashed.
You can call me Sasquatch. I don't mind.
But no, and like.
And by the way, I'm not talking about anybody we know on YouTube. I'm talking about these mainstream people making millions and getting.
Well, I think you're right. I think people like Candace Owens are not right wing. I think that they, like you said, they're tokens or they're controlled opposition.
Controlled opposition. That's been my theory about Candace since the very beginning. Since she popped up and I went, what is she doing over there doing that? That doesn't make any sense. And everybody was like, oh, you're crazy. She's great. And I mean, 5 years. You're crazy. She's great. She's the best. She's the best of us. You can see, yada, yada. And I'm like, no, none of this makes any sense. There's no reason for her to be there doing what she's doing unless there's some other motivation going on with it. Right. And then poof, she cuts from, what was it? Rebel News or what was it she cut from?
The Blaze, I think. No.
All right. She cuts from the Blaze. The next thing you know, she's hedging her bets on both sides of the aisle, and then she's center line, and then she's slightly left, and now she's insane.
I thought she was from the Shapiro group.
That's why I was saying no, not the Blaze. It's fucking
I can't think of the name either.
Wire.
Yeah, Daily Wire, the Daily Wire sector. Arkansas, you should join the panel. I ain't talked to you in forever. What's up, Craig? Welcome back. You can talk, you can say what you want to get your point out, but kind of self-censor the language you use. You get what I'm saying?
Dude, I've spoken to Lubna, right? She's a very nice girl, right? In the back. I've actually spoken to her in person.
I've been on her panel, bro.
Yeah, so have I. I've been on a panel. I've been talking to her in the back, and I've spoken to her in person as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, very nice woman.
Yeah.
All she wanted was to build bridges. Yeah, all she wanted was to build bridges between the Muslim faith and Brits.
And how's that going? Okay,
you can't really do that though, because it's a completely foreign ideology.
Yeah, it's not a great ideology. A lot of them, even herself, has come away from her own kind because she sees the filth of her own kind.
Whoa.
Bro, that's actually part of the problem. All she's done is taken the white conservatives' money and move away where the rich white conservatives live. She doesn't have to deal with
she was forced out of her own home.
At the end of the day, bro,
she was forced out of her own home. She was threatened.
But that's what you see with a lot of these controlled opposition people.
That's what you see online. Yeah,
look, it's not just online. it's
leave
all
her
of them.
hometown.
Real life.
She's a British Muslim. She had to leave her hometown of Luton. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Luton belongs to the Packies now. That's an upgrade. She moved to the white conservative side. Congratulations. Leaving the losing team for the winning team is not really a sacrifice.
A lot of people are being forced out of their own home. Yes, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Well,
listen. Paying attention to folks like, well, okay, if you believe in Lumina, that's fine, but Kemi Badenoch or even these other mainstream.
Kemi Badenoch, I would never trust Kemi Badenoch with a flaming.
You should never trust her. You should never trust her. Okay, listen.
I don't trust the Tories. They're not conservative. Look, Ivan, they're not conservatives. They're called Tories. Yeah, you've got Labour, Tories, and Reform. Never trust any of them.
You know the black guy who's on Speaker's Corner, the Christian guy. You heard of him, right?
You got Bob. You've got
I forgot his exact name, but here's the thing: he made a comment online after Steve Law's interview with what's his name?
Steve Law,
yeah. He made a comment about like, no, it's not. We're not supposed to prioritize the English people in England. It's the Christians. You know, we need to remove the ethnic nationalism ideology from the right wing or something like that. It's
kind of right.
For him to say,
right.
Listen. It's very easy for him to say, because these people, and even in America, it's kind of similar. These people are, by their own community, are looked at the traitors, the Uncle Toms, the sellouts. They don't really have a voice in their community. Their own community laughs at them. The only people they're making money with, the only people who are putting money in their pockets are these white conservatives who see them as their token fans. That's basically what, yes. And that's you should never enforce the narrative if you actually believe in the, nationalism or the right wing or that your country belongs to. You should never enforce the narrative. I need to get a token sellout from the other side to speak for me because I don't have a voice.
No, I speak for myself. That's it.
Yes, that's the whole point. You don't need these people. You don't need these people.
And the US is a Christian country. Nothing else. That's it. Do anyone agree with me?
You know who this Brandon Tatum guy that I saw on Piers Morgan is, right? You probably know him better than I do.
You don't want to trust Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan's a plank.
No, I don't trust him. I was asking about the American black guy who's supposedly a conservative. He was on Piers Morgan's show. I only heard his name, Tatum something. Does anybody know what it is?
I don't watch Piers Morgan. Dude, I don't watch Piers Morgan.
You're talking about Nick Fuentes?
No. A black guy called Brandon Tatum. Yes.
Officer Tatum, yeah.
I don't know him.
I don't know much about him. Yeah, I don't know much about him. Brave mentioned him, and while I was talking to Brave yesterday, the other day, not yesterday, I saw one of the videos in the comment section was nothing but white people donating him. There was not a single black person in there. If this guy's job is supposedly to speak for the blacks and convert the blacks or try to convince them to leave the left, and the only people giving him money or commentating or watching him are other whites, then what exactly is the final result here?
I don't know if you've had it in your country, and I don't know if Americans have had it in their country. Yes, you've heard of Christians banging on each door trying to convert people to Christianity, right? You've heard of that one, yeah? Have you heard of Muslims? Have you heard of physically having Muslims knocking at your door and converting you at your own front door?
No. Listen,
they're doing that here. They're doing that here.
Let me just tell you this. Take it from me. I'm from the East. There's only two types of Muslims for me: Turks and Arabs. Everybody else is a converted slave, a useless peon. The entire history of Islam is Turks and Arabs being in charge. Everybody else are just useless peons. I don't do religious debates with Africans or Pakis or any of these people. The only time I've done religious debates with Muslims were when I was talking to Arabs or a Turk. I don't do religious debates with the peons, the low IQ slaves and peons that they've converted over the centuries. None of these people, when you look at the history of the Ottoman Empire, you don't find any Somalis, Africans, or any Pakistanis in positions of power. The Albanians had higher status than them. And the Albanians are considered the bottom of the barrel where I'm from. Imagine that. Why would I consider the Pakis and the rest of these clowns as actual Muslims? They're not
Dude,
real Muslims.
can I ask you a favor? Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
Cut down on the racism, Pakis, coons, that sort of shit. Don't say that. Please.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna say Pakistani. Say it full name.
This is like gotta be a
say colored. Yeah. Don't be racist.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm back. I'm going to talk about politics that I know. So,
yeah,
I know what you said earlier on when I weren't on the show.
Hey, yeah, but if anybody believes that these people, Candace Owens, Brandon Tate, if anybody thinks they're doing a good job, or even Lubna from
no, they're not.
More power to you, man. Let them speak for you.
No, like that's the thing, right? Because controlled opposition is a thing. And it's crazy because it's like no, that's the thing I was about to say.
Yeah.
There's so much crazy shit that goes on
that crazy as fuck.
People just don't believe anything anymore, and it's fucking wild. It's like we're all schizophrenic.
I've seen some crazy shit in this country, right? Here's the craziest. Right, Christian man preaching the Bible gets arrested on London Bridge. Yeah, but a Muslim preaching the Quran on London Bridge has bodyguards and police. Crazy, isn't it? In the same spot.
I've seen that. I saw that.
It's
That's
almost like ow, that hurts. That hurts, D. I thought we were friends. Damn. But no,
I'm sorry, that's funny. You know what? You know what's crazy? That I'm here.
That's crazy. But no, I get why people are angry in the UK with Muslims.
It's the same here.
Well, it's not just Muslims here. In America, it's literally everybody targeting everybody. We've got Somalis.
Was that Deerfield, Michigan, whatever it's called, where they had the incident that the Islamics put up the loudspeakers for prayer time and was waking everybody up at all hours of the night.
Yep.
And the whatever the elder, whatever the imam, whatever they call him, he finally turned. He turned the speakers off because of the rage that was happening. But I mean, just the fact you putting up loudspeakers in a country you haven't assimilated to, I don't get it.
It's the lack of it's the
There's no laws in the books that force them to assimilate. That ship has sailed.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're not going to force them to assimilate, and I mean through ruthless oppression, if that's what it takes,
dude,
forced doctrine.
You can't.
It ain't even an Andrew Wilson thing. It ain't like, because to me, I like Andrew, but the Crucible people are not as far right as I would like them to be. Like, I'm an ultra nationalist. Like, I'm ultra far right. So, like,
you can't force Muslims to integrate. Yeah, they don't want
to. You underestimate my abilities for coercion through force.
And in all actuality, people have been forced in other countries throughout history. The thing is, how do you lock that down in modernity without, resorting to the tactics that are necessary for it?
I personally think ban Islam in every single country, apart from Islamic countries. Like the US should ban it. The UK should ban it. Should ban anything to do with Islam.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you ban a religion, right? Like, when you ban a religion, you make it right. right? You make it. You give them a victim complex. You give them a reason to
Good.
continue to
They
fight.
deserve it.
But you give them a reason to fight and to dig
But look
in.
at
And
what
you
they're
create
doing to one
martyrs.
country. Yeah, they're making
And
people.
martyrs are
Hold on,
freaking-
Beth. Hold on, Beth. Right, they're making people too scared to walk out their fucking front door. For Christ's sake.
Well, then you have to fight them, no matter the cause.
The laws of
You
the
fight,
land.
you
are
fight one of
wicked.
them, dude. Yeah, you fight only one of them. Yeah, you'll have 100 more of them just down the road, come to kill you.
Okay, so why don't you talk with your neighbor and do the same thing? Like,
You can't. I told you.
who's stopping? Who's
Can I
stopping
ask
you?
you? Look, I know.
Hurts. They literally are a hurt. Yeah, you hurt one, you hurt all of them. Yeah.
Greg, let me ask you this: who are these Muslims that you are? They Pakistani specifically or Bangladeshi?
Pakistani Muslims, Somali Muslims. There's multiple different kind of Muslims. They're Indian Muslims over here.
No, those are the ones that you're talking about. You know why? How I know? Because I know Turks don't behave like that. Bosnians and some of the Saudi Arabs.
Do you know
they don't behave like that.
what my favorite kind of
Let
people
me
are?
tell you why. Let me tell you why. Turks and Arabs, they're descendants of the people who are in charge in the
You know
entire
what my favorite
history
part
of
of
Islam. These
fucking
people,
is?
hold on a second. Not all Muzzies are equal. These
No,
people
they're not. You're right,
talking
they're not.
about, they were the peons. They were never important in the history of Islam. Their only role was to clean the camel piss and camel shit off the Turkish robes, basically, or the Arabic robes. I'm sorry to tell you, this is where race really comes into play. The Bangladeshis, Pakis, and the rest of these people, they're looking to compensate. They're trying to show us, oh, look at us, how badass Muzzies we are because we don't have anybody in the history of Islam that respects them. That's why. Nobody looks at.
But he's speaking right now. He's speaking the actual. People don't realize there is an actual racial caste system in Islam. Islam is either Turkish or Arabic supremacist religions.
Yes, exactly.
Like people don't realize that you have to speak Arabic when you're a Muslim. You have to learn Arabic.
Yes.
All the prayers
Absolutely
are in Arabic.
correct.
They
They don't.
you were cut off, so you were cut off, Beth. So you go ahead. But yeah, Ivan, try to calm down for the algorithm. I respect the power level. Respect the power level. But no, people don't realize like he's speaking fact. There is a little talked about racial caste system in the Islamic world, and it doesn't matter if you're Sunni or Shia or any other variant. Like, if you're an Arab, you're on top.
They hate me.
You're absolutely correct. And when you do push back, you're right. It does start creating martyrs, and martyrs become immortalized, right? And they don't give a shit if those martyrs haven't assimilated fully. It's still a point in their favor. So it does come down to like, the lesser of two evils. How do you lock down your own country and keep it from being, I hate to say, taken over, but that's really what it does come down to when you're dealing with extremism without feeding the monster and giving it that foothold.
Do you know what doesn't help?
Worldwide stance.
Do you know what doesn't help? White lefties protecting them.
Because they have this idea that, we're going to save everybody and everybody can just get along.
The modern
everybody deserves a hug.
The modern leftist is a white savior, and that's
hold on. Can I finish? Okay, right. You've got to fight them. You've got to fight the Muslims. You've got to fight the police. You've got to fight the government. You've got to fight everyone's religion. On top of that, how the hell can anyone win against any of that? How?
Maybe you should ask Putin for help. Is that how it's working out?
Well, the thing is, right? The only way that you're going to affect change in your country is by not being nihilist and not giving up or leaving. You can mass exodus and just give it up.
Oh, dude, you know I already want to leave the UK. You know this.
But the thing is, Craig, I love you to death, but if you're not willing to fight, and this is how you know that I'm not racist. Thank God Joe Cool isn't here, because I say this to brown immigrants all the time. Why would I want you in America if you're not willing to stand up and put your life on the line to fix the problems in your country?
Ooh.
Because I already know that my country's screwed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's your Craig. It's your homeland. Like this is the thing. This is the thing. Like if you won't fight because you don't in YouTube algorithm, fighting doesn't mean violence necessarily.
The UK is dead.
He has already forfeited every claim he has to his nation's future by simply blackbilling.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It doesn't.
In his mind, you're telling him that this is something he should already have done, and he's just tossing his hands in the air and saying, "Well, it's over. I'm moving into the Netherlands."
The longer Labour stays in power, the longer this country is screwed. Yeah, we can't get Labour.
Reform's gonna come, bro. Listen, Rupert.
No. You don't want to trust reform. Don't trust reform. They're fucked, mate. You do not want to trust them.
I'm not. I do agree with that. Don't trust any politician anywhere ever.
Yeah. Let me
what I'm saying is there are millions of other people just like you who have seen what's happened, what has been perpetrated, and has given up. They're not voting. They're not doing the thing that politics allows you to do because they've given up. They've blackpilled. This entire administration has blackpilled.
You know when I just said Keir Starmer is causing a war? Do you know the reason he's trying to cause a war?
Money. It's
money on, bro. Money on.
No. It's nothing to do with money. It's power.
You're nuts.
Money has everything to do with power. Like money.
Keir Starmer's wife. You know who Keir Starmer's wife is?
He loses that power. He forfeits that power. It's nothing to do with money.
Yeah, but what's the point of having power if you don't have money?
He knows that 90% of this country money
is power. Power generates money. If you've got one, the other will come.
Look at Churchill.
The issue is he doesn't have any of it.
What were you saying? You were asking a question, Ivan.
No, you mentioned Keir Starmer. You know who he's married to? You know who his wife is?
Yeah, his mom was also gay.
No, but who is his wife? You know where she's from?
No idea. Don't really care. Yeah. I know he's also gay because he had some Ali something Muslim woman that he was sucking off at some point. Yeah. He also had some Iranian rent boys that set fire to his old house.
I'm putting up the bat signal now. I'm putting up the bat signal.
Are you sure that's a shrimp signal?
No, if it was a shrimp signal, I would put a shrimp or a carrot.
That would be your Red Johnson.
Carrot.
Carrot. Oh, you say the bat signal? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm putting up the bat signal.
Ew, that looks like
So that's kind of my point, El Pero. What is the promise you make when you become a U.S. citizen to be loyal to the U.S. to defend the Constitution? If people, well, no, but you, how? How can I? Oh no, how could I trust that, Craig? If you left your country because it was so fucked up,
my country is worth saving. It's not. My country, literally, if my
what makes my country worth saving?
I've already been asked the question, right? Someone's already asked me this question, right? If I was drafted to go and fight in to fight against Russia, I could have said no. Yeah,
you don't have to support the war effort. And you can still be a patriot and not support the war effort.
That's not true. Stop. Well, you just said that. I know what you meant, but you didn't say it right. You don't have to support the war.
I think we got a lag.
Craig.
Hold on.
Craig.
All this country's done to me. It's taken my family.
He's filibustering, dude. You're not going to get through to it.
Yeah, Craig. You gotta hold on a little bit. Go ahead, Cisco.
I'm trying to explain something. You want me to explain something?
No, we didn't. We didn't ask you to explain anything.
Shut up. Yeah. All my country has done for me is taken from me. It's
just
taken
pay
my
attention to
family.
what's going on around you, Craig.
I've got
Oh
nothing
my
for
Lord.
this country. This country's fucked. It's dead
Okay,
to me.
I agree with you. Why are you bitching at me?
I was trying to explain to people.
We know you've explained it.
Country is 80% fucking British. It is not. My Lord, Craig. Listen.
My country
The
has
right
done
wing,
nothing.
listen, there's
My
a right wing
country has
rise
nothing
up
but
throughout
take
all
from
of
me,
Europe
dude.
right now. Reform is probably going to get in charge.
Dude,
Listen,
my
don't
country
listen
has
to the
taken
Tories.
nothing
Pay
but my
attention to where
family
reform's
from
going.
me.
Craig, he who will not fight does not deserve to live. That's the thing. You should never cede ground in any capacity or
Dude, my
anything to
country's
the
done
enemy.
nothing but take from me. It's taken my kids from me.
Little Lippy, what's up? Is that you, Opera?
Aren't any of you listening? It's taken my
Yeah,
family.
we're listening. We're listening. We hear you.
My country has. It's literally done nothing but screw me over every turn it can. So why should I fight for something that's a piece of shit and it's dead?
Because you're fighting for reform. You're fighting for change. You're fighting for your country. You're fighting for your community, for your neighbor. You're not fighting. You're not fighting for a piece of paper. You're not fighting for a piece of paper. You're fighting for something that's real, Craig. Craig, you can't filibuster and talk over everybody, especially me. I'm the host.
I'm sorry, but I'm just.
You're good. You're good. Just say that I'm sorry. It's fine. But that's the thing. Like, you're fighting for something that is real. That is a physical location. This is the problem with the West. They think their citizenship and their nationhood and all this shit is just on paper. A nation without a people does not exist. And that's the problem. That's the problem with the left. They want to put the whole world above their people and say that we have enough to help everybody when we don't. The problem is in the West, especially in America, we don't help anybody, and people on the left would rather see our resources wasted on the outsider because at least it looks like we're helping somebody.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah, it makes them feel good, and it makes them feel good, and it's theater. And they're like we're literally on the precipice of social decline because rich white people want to take care of the entire planet. At the expense of their own people and everyone else.
You're wrong. We're not on a precipice. We're deep into it.
Well, yeah, no. The actual culture civil war has been going on for years, but we're about to get violent.
Has been going on since the mid-50s, dude. This is not new. It's just newly hot. It's a hot war currently.
And all those Somalis that are in the northern states, they are not U.S. citizens.
Almost none of the children are.
They were transplanted here as I can't remember the name of the program. Temporary Protection Program. Yeah, they were moved out of their country. Yeah, but they're not required to be.
Yeah, but all their kids and grandkids are citizens.
But not if they get it overturned by the Supreme Court.
Here's how this is going to work out, and it's already written down this way in the law that they're referencing here. It's just not very well explained, but once you parse through it, this is how it turns out. They have American citizenship. The children, the grandchildren, do. When they pick up whoever's involved in this stuff and excommunicates them to wherever the hell they go, they will be given a choice. You can leave your kid here if you've got, a structure to place them in. Otherwise, you have to take them with. But they are still American citizens. The day they reach the age of enfranchisement, wherever the hell they are, they show up at the fucking border and say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so," and right in the fucking country you come. Because welcome to America. You belong here.
Well, that case is before the Supreme Court. They just haven't ruled on it yet.
That's true, but
yeah.
It's been covered once, almost. It's a very similar case to one that come through in the mid-70s. That was about I think a kid named Diaz or Diego or something. And it was part of what established some of the case law nationwide on the concept of what an anchor baby could be, right?
Well, the original case was a Chinese dude way back in the 1800s or something
Yeah. No, but essentially what the Supreme Court ruled at the time was, if the child has cousins that are citizens, grandparents, even the elder kids, if the elder kids are over 18 and they're a citizen, that child can be left with them, and these people get deported, and whatever happens over there. But if they do not, they cannot separate the family. It must go as a unit. But yet again, that child tomorrow, next month, 6 years from now, when she turns 25, can walk up to any American embassy in the world and be like, this is me, and I'd like to go home. They might not just send her, but they probably will.
Let me ask you this. Have you observed the phenomenon where, you know,
One second, Craig. Or Craig, I didn't boot you. Your camera and stuff stopped working. If you want to come back, go ahead, Ivan.
Have you guys observed the phenomenon where after a while, these, you know, this new generation of migrants, because again, it's the 21st century, after a few years, whether it takes 10, 15, 20 years after they've been sending money back home and building up, you know, their wealth back home, because again, the world's a different place now, they just decide to leave because, you know what, why assimilate with the rest of you? Because if the objective was to retire at home and just take the resources back home, well, what do they need to assimilate with you for? You do know Mexicans can get into America, get a job with other Mexicans and never even learn a word of English. They can work for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, doesn't matter. They build a house back home. They've taken their money back home. They don't need to remain in America and have a commitment, a long-term commitment anymore. The world's a different place in the 21st century. The commitments were a long time ago. The lifetime commitments. Yeah, go ahead.
But there's a civil test here when you're an immigrant and you become a citizen of the United States. And in that civil test, it literally tells them that they have to understand certain principles that we abide by here on American soil. And that is that the Constitution itself is the supreme law of the land, that they do in fact have freedom of religion. But they have to, like I said in the comments, they have to make a promise when they become a U.S. citizen to be loyal to the United States and to defend that Constitution.
You think in the 21st century is the world is the same as before?
It doesn't matter if that's not the same.
It doesn't, right?
It doesn't matter if that's not if the world's not the same. The law is the same.
I've seen Americans in Europe.
It doesn't matter. The law is the same. You can't skirt around the law, and that's what they're doing. You cannot skirt around the law. If you come into America, that's the problem. Nobody's enforcing that. You mentioned that earlier, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I agree with you. That's definitely a problem. Like, let me give you this example. When I was in Chicago, Illinois, I knew a buddy of mine who said his grandfather, one of his, I forgot, I think it was the grandfather, when he came from Poland, right, back in the day, he had to change his name from Pavel to Paul in order to get a job and only speak English, right? Those conditions no longer apply in the 21st century.
You have a point, sir.
It's a different beast.
That is an entire concept of history that most of America have no concept of. Modern America, ever since the civil rights movement and all of the social justice warrior programs and everything have started, you don't have to do that because you're a special, unique snowflake. Your name can be changed to something even more complicated to say because you're your truth and you're living your truth.
Yeah,
which is just saying you're delusional.
And that was the evolution of the Community Relations Service out of the Civil Rights Act. If you read that act, that's what it's saying. You no longer have to undertake the English language and various other American cultural things. But as long as you make that promise to be loyal to the United States and uphold its Constitution, that's the imperative. So yeah, they've gone by the wayside as far as language and stuff. But again, that's another problem. If you're not willing to learn the English language, then you have to work through interpreters for that Constitution and those principles. It's literally like they don't. It's literally like they don't even want to comprehend it. They just want to be them, and that's what Caucasian was saying. Is they're cupcakes. They think they're special. If you really wanted to come to America and be an immigrant and take upon that American dream, you would think that they want to undertake that language and cultural appropriation of respect of their neighbors so that they could communicate with their neighbors.
Yeah, but again, 21st century is very different. Orthodox, you're there?
Yep.
Are you there?
I'm here.
No, just curious about your opinion on that.
On exactly what exactly you want me to have the conversation that we just having?
It's everything we mentioned. Yeah.
The changes that he's specifically talking about, which I agree. You know, this is the 21st century, and they're no longer under that assimilation, having to be regulated into the English language, but rather given that freedom of speech and the freedom of religion to an extent that they don't even want to comprehend it or communicate with their neighbors. And that's a big part of American society, is you have to be able to do that.
Probably because they don't look at you as their neighbors. You're just foreigners to them.
Exactly.
They want to replicate their homeland somewhere else.
Yeah, and so basically that's kind of how I feel about
I wouldn't want to.
What Mr. Craig was talking about the Muslims. They want to recreate what they have going on. They don't actually want to assimilate, and that's true for most groups. Like the South Vietnamese who came over after Vietnam, they assimilated quite well. You have different groups and different ideologies and different belief systems. But to answer your question, Ivan, I find it hard to believe people that would flee their country, whether they're white, black, Muslim, Christian, or whatnot, would stand up for the values of mine if we allowed them in.
I would.
I don't.
Because there's no incentive to assimilate. When there's no incentive to assimilate, what's the point?
Thing is, I don't have many values in my own country because I don't respect it. After everything is done to me, it has destroyed my life.
Craig, you don't believe in ethno-nationalism, right? You're one of those civnats, the civic nationalism people.
I believe in people who want to assimilate into my country. Yeah, great. But if you don't, fuck off. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
That's why you believe
these guys don't want to assimilate. They want to take over. Look at what they did to Egypt. That was a Christian country. They were Christians.
Yes, I know a lot about that.
They took over. They conquered it. They want to conquer every single country in the world. They want one religion, Islam.
Craig,
that's it.
Craig, especially for Europe or the United Kingdom. When you got offended when I mentioned about the Pakis and etc. because you believe in.
I got offended because I don't like racism.
I get it.
Yeah, and when you
that's
said
hilarious, bro.
Like it.
That's hilarious.
That is ironical as hell, man. Like I would have had you.
You do realize these new people. You do realize the Muzzies themselves are very racist, and all these other groups.
Yeah, I totally agree. I know they are. I know they are.
They are. They're ethnocentric.
Dude, Ivan, they want to wipe out anyone Christian or Jewish or Buddhism, whatever. Right? Whoever supports Buddha. Yeah, they don't care. They want one religion. They want to wipe out the whole world and just have it Muslim. That's it.
Let me ask you, who do you think facilitated the crisis in the Middle East?
Fuck knows. We probably did, most likely.
Because of a certain country in the Middle East that was created in 1948. But
I have no idea.
My country's part of NATO too, unfortunately.
I
didn't mention. I wasn't specific. Now, come on.
Dreidel.
Yes.
A little bit too far around the bend, bro.
What? I was just singing. I was
You're
just
in
singing.
direct line of sight of racism. You might not be racist
I'm
yet.
sorry, OG.
But no, okay, look, Sasquatch, the racist community is the most diverse community, all right? Diversity is our strength.
I know.
We don't care what color you are as long as you're racist.
First of all, we hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm not racist.
That's
I hate
what you bastard.
Man, believe it or not, I made good friends with the Chicos on TikTok, man.
I'm with you,
Latinos. Like, they think they're more white than the whites in America, for real.
Well, here's the thing. Listen, I know a couple of different like old school immigrants who came in legally and did the thing, and a couple of new ones. Not many, but a couple. They are absolutely incensed at the idea that you can just walk in and just welcome in and get money and shit like that. They're working their asses off, bro. They are working harder than any American I see out there in order to be an American and actually like they vote, they campaign, and they are not lefties, dude. They are hardcore conservatives and think this country's gone way around the bend. Like ex-Cubans and stuff like that, dude. They're hardcore.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, I believe you. You know, but this is the unfortunate part of the folks that are put on like the mainstream ones, the ones that get attention, and this is why the whole controlled opposition question comes into play, because I don't believe in Lubna. I'm telling Craig the truth. I just don't. You know, she became mainstream too fast. You know, she got paid by Tommy Robinson, and you know she got blasted all over TV and stuff like that. And she told this whole story about being threatened, and now she lives with a bunch of rich white people after taking white conservative money. Like, come on, be real. And this whole Brandon, I only saw one video of him. I only saw one video of this one guy, Brandon Tatum, online, and this fucking clown doesn't look authentic at all. And come to find out, he's actually a Zionist too. So yeah,
Only getting them $700 check.
It's a mess.
So, all right, everybody. I put down a super chat goal. It is of any color to show that diversity is our strength. Meaning, it can be $1 up to $100. We have a goal of 10 goals. If we meet that goal, all right, we'll do a Q&A for the entire panel. You got to participate if you're up here with questions asked of you. Now, there are rules. It cannot be personal questions or personal attacks or trying to get their information. Obviously, they don't have to ask. They also can lie if they want to. They just have to give an answer. You're not entitled to the truth. They're just entitled to participate by being on panel.
Hey, OG, you should be expecting a new guest in the back here any minute.
I bet.
Oh, no, Beth has a mailing list.
Bro, I'll send you a super
it's a good one. This one's actually exciting. This one's quite exciting. I think
I got the drop, but I'll send you a super chat, bro. It was nice talking to you guys. See ya.
All right, thank you for coming up, Ivan. I love talking to Ivan. Ivan is my favorite Eastern European that I've met.
He's cool. I can't tell how ironical he is.
Man, I wanted to go back to his thing about the 1948 Israeli state. If you see my comments in the back, it started long before that.
Oh yeah, no, Ivan knows his history on that. He would. I need to see about interviewing Ivan because, Ivan goes hard everywhere he goes. Like Ivan is a free speech extremist. That's why he's one of my favorite Eastern Europeans because like when I was trying to tell chat and everybody, he's not a troll. He's not trolling. He's just speaking. Like if you ask him to self-tone, like Ivan's cool that way, and he's very fucking knowledgeable about history. Every time I've talked to Ivan, he come around here twice, and then he came, and then he's usually over at B Braves. Like I said, I love talking to Ivan. Ivan's a cool dude.
Yeah, he seems to be on it, you know. So
yeah, you know what, you guys, I don't know what you feel about the British Army. I think they're pussies, right? But the American Army, you must be one of the best army in the world in the American Army. You've got one of the best, only best in the world. Yeah. You've got hundreds of thousands of army groups over there. Yeah. We've got less than we right now have less than 90,000 now.
Okay. What do you need it for? The sea lanes are
Wait, one second, guys. We have a super chat from Ivan. It's Ivan channel, and we have a new guest. Beth, is this Bob Miller, the person?
Yes, this is Bob Miller, who Andrew Wilson recently debated. Welcome.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Miller. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I am well. I'm not familiar with y'all with the debate, Beth. If you want to tell us what happened on
part of that. I can field that part if you got questions.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Sasquatch.
Okay, so as I understand it, and Mr. Miller, please correct me if I'm wrong. Andrew Wilson and this gentleman had a debate. It was largely over what was the topic?
Criticisms laid at Andrew.
Anyway, this gentleman's very young. I don't know how long you've been in the debate space or online, but I think you handled yourself pretty well. I kind of feel like you were a little inexperienced, and I think you were somewhat manipulated by someone who is an expert at their craft, right? They have this whole discussion in the process. It gets weird at one point where Andrew asked for a definition and this gentleman used the Urban Dictionary. Is this correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. And there was a disagreement there, which was quite hilarious, about why the Urban Dictionary might not be an accepted source for a definition. Although they didn't actually discuss it, they just kind of laughed at each other. And I thought it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. I laughed so hard I cried because both of you were dead serious and both of you knew you were right. And I think that is exactly the perfect example of why YouTube debates or online debates are such a joke. But beyond that, I think you did very well, especially given the circumstances you were in. How long have you been online as a personality?
So, like, I made the channel a few years ago, but I haven't been like very consistent or present on YouTube until maybe a few months ago. But I've got a few questions about your analysis there. So first of all,
sure.
How do you think I was manipulated?
Well, I don't know any details whatsoever about anything backstage. We have never talked. We've never had any communication, and I don't really listen to Andrew. But I feel like someone who's been operating in this sphere for, what, you say 3 months?
Yeah, I would say 3 months.
Okay. You've been operating in this sphere publicly for 3 months, and you end up debating across the table directly with someone like Andrew Wilson. That doesn't exactly feel like a great match in skill, experience, capability, understanding, and grasp of what debating is in the YouTube space. And I'm not talking about your capability as far as like your intellect, what you know, what you understand, none of that, just the way it works in this space. And Andrew has what, 11 years experience at this?
Yeah, Andrew's so bad, he needs a handicap. He needed someone to help him. Freaking with arguing by dictionary crap. Come on. Then he got offended that I got the wrong dictionary.
That's real loud, brother.
Coming in a bit hot, Hank.
Yeah, understand he calls it blood sport debating. Therefore, it's blood sport and not debating.
So, welcome to the show, Mr. Miller. This is the Orthodox Guy channel. We just chill, talk, and discuss things. Beth had talked to me about the debate you had, and I haven't caught it, so I'm almost impartial. I like Andrew, but I also don't think anybody's above criticism, so I don't know what all happened. If you want to give a synopsis from your side. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Sure. So from my side, we agreed to have a good faith debate. Initially, my plan was to come in like really aggressive, be demeaning and insulting. And I told Andrew that was my plan. I told him I'm going to come in and insults are fine. You could insult me. I'm going to insult you, and that's okay. And surprisingly, and I say surprisingly because I thought he was the aggressive type, he said, no, we're not going to do insults. I'm not going to accept that. So I'm like, oh, okay. If we're like specifically agreeing here to not do that, then I'll come in good faith and I won't be aggressive. So yeah, I'm saying that because some people said
There's
like
the manipulation. There's the manipulation though, because Andrew
just
always
part of
comes that way. He always comes that way. So he's telling you, no, we're not going to do that. But that is his shtick, right? And it's just that's his approach and how he. And honestly, the way I saw it, I felt you were at one point bombarded with points, and to the point where it threw you off the train that you were on. You were doing great. You had a point. You were making it. You were trying to hold his feet to the fire and get answers to your questions. And it went from you questioning him to he pulled an Uno reverse, and now he's questioning you, and you're the one who has to prove something.
That's
And
just a
you're
mark
in.
of a good debate, a good
Exactly.
spirited conversation.
Exactly.
Well, I actually, a good debate goes point for point.
Yeah.
So as
go
far
ahead,
as
Mr. Miller.
like the gish galloping that you're alluding to, yeah, that sounds to me like not manipulation. That sounds like a good debate move.
Yes.
Now, granted that if someone's trying to engage in good faith, they don't need to do operations like that where they try to overwhelm their opponent. But provided, he's trying to win some points with the audience and he's not necessarily being good faith, then I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's fair. Yeah, you came very good faith. I was very impressed with how you conducted yourself and held yourself in it. Hank over here also does a lot of debates. What did you think of how Bob? By the way, my name is Beth. The gentleman who first started talking to you, that's Caucasian Sasquatch. He also is a content creator and very intelligent one at that. We all love Sasquatch.
Stop it. Gorge.
I don't know about that L word. That's kind of gay. But
do we have to talk about holding hands?
It's getting cold now, G. Just keep moving your thoughts.
OG, come on, you know me and you would walk down the street together holding hands, darling.
Craig is new to me. I'm working my way through. Little Lippy here. He's also a regular.
I met you this morning.
Yes. Well, no, actually, we met a couple of nights ago. I just was rather quiet on that panel.
Craig's just still up from the other morning.
It was actually this morning. What I remember is I actually met you this morning on Dusty's channel.
Correct.
That was this morning.
Let's let Mr. Miller finish.
Sorry.
With what he was saying. Go ahead, Mr. Miller. Sorry for the interruptions.
Yeah, no worries. So I was analyzing my thoughts on the debate. So the first thing was that, we agreed to have a good faith debate. So I came in good faith. I thought, besides for some moments where Andrew didn't want to admit something or deliberately didn't answer my question or change the topic, I thought he was majority good faith, honestly. As far as the debate went, there were two aspects of what people usually mean when they say how a debate went. So there's the public perception, how you came across. I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't really care about that so much. And then there's the philosophical analysis of who in fact made the valid arguments, who made the good points, who made more logical errors, that sort of thing. So in terms of the philosophical analysis, I thought Andrew did very poorly and I did very well. I'm in the middle of making a video where I analyze the actual philosophical back and forth that occurred in the debate. Now, what's weird is that yeah, that'll probably come out in a day or two. But what's very weird is that most people commenting on the debate seem very interested in feelings or impressions or motivations. I just don't care about that. Let's talk about the philosophy. I don't really care what my motivation is.
Yeah, they're no good at philosophy, unlike we autists. We're good at philosophy, they don't even understand what that word means. So
yeah, I don't know what point you're making. But
by the way, that's Hank Flamio. He speaks his own version of YouTube English. You'll learn it. You'll figure it out in time. You'll get it. Ironically, I understood every word he said.
Okay.
What's up, Lady K? No,
sorry.
I think it's pretty. I think you wanting to be for the straight up information and not caring about the emotional aspect. I think it's pretty based. I get the flair that some people try to do, trying to sometimes use ad hominem while also doing a proper debate. It's for the audience. That's kind of what YouTube debate is.
That is
So you
exactly
can't-
the point I was making. Yes.
But I
Well,
do
a
think it's
lot
kind of based.
A lot of people conflate insults with ad hominem. That kind of triggers me. Like, insulting someone is not the same as an ad hominem. I'm totally fine with insults. What I'm not okay with is an ad hominem. So the difference there is that an insult is just where you attack somebody. It only becomes an ad hominem when you use the insult to discredit the argument in an illicit manner.
Yeah,
Right?
well, see, I feel you. I understand that. Like, I just fallacies to me, man, in conversation debate, they just don't exist. You got to be able to roll with the punches, and then be able to counter the point, regardless if they're mocking you or mogging you.
I do appreciate that you can separate those two things, though, because a lot of people can't, right? And you'll see that in a lot of these debates where people get caught up in it.
Don't. They choose not to.
The main question between all these analytics on debates and people watching and trying to give their 2 cents, I do got one question. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you think the debate was worth it? And would you do it again?
Oh, yes to everything. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I would totally do it again.
Yes.
Really, really enjoy it.
That's the best part about it. And like, we're trying to be positive around here on this channel, and I think that is a win for positivity. Regardless of what any people try to say or do or their own opinion, the man had fun, enjoyed it. I would like to ask Andrew the same thing and talk about it, a little bit of an analysis with him if I ever got the chance. That would be awesome to get his perspective on it. And
I'm
ask
very
him that.
positive. I've tested positive 3 times this week.
That's crazy.
And that's the interesting thing about some of these debates. It is, in fact, a venue of steel sharpens steel. So it's a good character trait to be able to step onto that stage and say, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, as iron sharpens iron, as one man sharpens another, as iron sharpens iron, is one of the most base Bible quotes you could ever have, and it checks out for reality. So like, what was the high point of the debate since I haven't watched it? What would you recommend if I just went in and wanted a preview? Like what
when you look up.
Hold
Right.
on,
So a few highlights, and when you ask for highlight, like in my mind, I'm just thinking like, where are the points where logically Andrew did the worst and I did the best, which is totally different from like an entertainment or like getting owned sort of highlight. So if you want that, I don't know, go to someone else because I just don't pay attention to that. But in terms of like Andrew making bad arguments or getting wrecked, the first thing that comes to mind is that we agreed that the central point of the debate was whether or not I lied. That was central. So I thought, and that debate occurred in the beginning. So I thought that whole segment about whether I lied or not, Andrew did a horrendous job. If you're aware of how debate works, how logic works, how fallacies work, the basis for our inferences, if you're aware of that sort of thing, then it's like really clear that Andrew completely failed. If you're not, and you just kind of go off like impressions and like whoever's posturing better, then you may get the impression Andrew did better because he's, like very good at posturing. But if you on paper, if you're just analyzing the exchange, the verbal exchange between us, he did horrendous. Like I could very quickly recap the sort of back and forth between us, and yeah, you just dropped the ball logically. I was embarrassed for him, honestly.
I love it. I love it.
So you and Andrews, the whole reason behind the debate was you lied.
That was his claim.
That was his claim. What did he say you lied about?
So he said I lied by omission. The thing that he claimed I lied about omission was my editing of a particular clip of his. That was his claim. I edited out context on purpose to frame a narrative, a negative narrative about Andrew.
That was
fair enough. Fair enough. Give me 1 second. Somebody popped up in the back. I wasn't familiar with who you are. It was something surfer or whack surfer or something. I'm having a conversation with somebody, and the panel is as well. So come back in a little bit when we're done here, if you don't mind.
OG, I dropped a link to the debate as well as Bob's channel in your Discord.
Okay. So you lied by omission because you deceptively edited something
And
the
that was
claim.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think that the context actually changed the point that Bob was trying to make at all. I really don't. And it comes down to how people view what is being said, or, because I actually agreed with Bob's stance on what was being said, whereas Andrew was like, no, I was actually saying this. And he wanted the clip to play further for additional context, but that context really didn't change it, in my opinion.
Yeah, Bob never called him a liar. That whole time, Bob never called him a liar.
Right. What's
Didn't have
funny?
to.
What's funny is that I actually prepared, like, he had one reason that he thought I edited the clip. Well, I prepared 15 plausible reasons for why I might have edited the clip. Only one of which was that I lied, 14 of which were not that. Now, what's funny is that if Andrew had let me finish that prepared speech, at the end of it, I say, like, look, I have 14 different explanations here. The primary thing you want to consider when claiming that somebody lied is the reputation, their integrity. Andrew has no grasp on my integrity and my reputation simply because it's not possible that he does, as I don't have enough content for him to make that analysis. Whereas in reverse, I've seen like over a dozen hours of Andrew. I know exactly how he operates under pressure. I know how he operates in allegation. I know all these things about Andrew. So I'm in a much better position to assess what motivations divide us. And despite that, I'm still not claiming that he's lying. And yet he wants to claim that about me, which is just insane. He doesn't have the basis to do that. But yeah,
Yes,
of course,
yes, he does be a presupposition. So he presupposes that you lied because his ego, to protect his ego.
This is part of projection. People who lie often accuse everyone else in their life of lying because it's what they would do in your situation.
Exactly.
And what killed me is Bob was kind enough to give him an extra 5 minutes on Andrew's opening, and Andrew couldn't even get 30 seconds on his.
Yeah, poor Bob got interrupted so much during opening. It was wild.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Manipulation.
Yeah, I would protect that opening statement. He said, hey, this is my opening statement. You shut the fuck up. Let me finish.
Right, so I'll tell you why I actually didn't do that.
I get it.
My whole attitude was not, I don't want to fight Andrew. I like fighting. I like telling people, like, shut the fuck up, and cursing them out. Like, that's fun for me. But I specifically made the determination prior to the debate that if Andrew was going to be unreasonable, that I wouldn't fight him, and I would leave it to the intelligent, honest viewer to realize that he was being unreasonable. So when he was interrupting me in my open statement, and prior to that, I gave him an extra 5 minutes. I thought it was so obviously cowardly of him to interrupt me. Didn't even feel a need to say that. I'd just be like, yeah, any intelligent viewer would see that he's interrupting me, probably because he's scared, and I don't need to fight him. I'll just let the viewer see that. Let his stupidity speak for itself.
Well, most viewers are kind of dumb. I would at least point it out and say, hey, he's interrupting me doing an opening statement. I think he's afraid of something.
Well, I was gonna say the viewers of debates are good people. Hank, they're not dumb.
Oh, I completely disagree.
Andrew has a lot of fans, so they could be dumb.
Well, right, no, based off the comments on mine and other people's videos from Andrew's community, yeah, I'm quite certain his audience are either stupid, philosophically illiterate, or both. They're
what you're looking at here. All right, so people don't come to YouTube for philosophy. I know this might upset some discussions, some people, but that's not it. If you want philosophy, that's typically of a more esoteric nature. You go to coffee houses and various other places where they hold those debates, right? You go in person. YouTube is a meme cult of personality. And this is nothing against you. I get that you're not here for the meme cult of personality. You're not sitting here with your Cashapp sitting over top of your head and a cheeky freaking name on your thing. I get it. It makes perfect sense to me. The viewers are here because they like a certain person or don't like a certain person. And there's nothing you can do about that, no matter how sharp, how intelligent, how well thought out, how well discussed, how easily you hammer every single philosophical point. Most of the viewers, A, don't have any idea what you're talking about. B, don't care. And that's nothing against you, my brother. Nothing at all.
Oh, I completely agree. I totally
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, philosophy is deeply intertwined with psychology. And if you understand the psychology of these people on here, it's insanity.
Indeed.
If Keith
Right.
could ever get all his grits in a bowl at the same time, he'd be the most dangerous person up here. But he's just too scatterbrained to be dangerous.
But,
Excuse me? I'm very well ordered.
Yeah, you're ordered now, but then like tomorrow night you might be all over the place, and there's nothing wrong with that either, bro. I'm the same way.
No, that's entertainment.
Okay, it is.
Fair enough.
It certainly is.
Fair enough. But overall, so you would say that you won the debate overall for someone.
If
who
we're
has
talking
it.
about the debate in terms of like the logical structure, there's no doubt in my mind about that. But if you're talking about like convincing the audience or posturing, then no, obviously not. Andrew
Well,
did a
see-
much better job posturing.
So wouldn't you see the argument that the point of the debate is to convince the audience and to spread information? So there's kind of a little bit of necessity for the entertainment and the flair when debating.
Well, you said isn't the point of the debate. Do you mean like objectively that's the point of the debate?
Yeah, like for the reasons to exist, to spread information and convince the audience, convince those watching.
Not to get all philosophical, but I don't think there's any objective purpose to anything. So I just think like the purpose of the debate is going to be indexed to the people having it. Now, if Andrew's purpose is to posture, then that's the purpose for which he joined the debate. And if my interest is to convince and be reasonable and convince those who are reasonable, then that's my interest for the debate. So when we say like someone won the debate, I mean, just specify their interests and then we can figure out based off that if they won or not.
Well, there's going to be people that don't like Andrew. I'll give you the floor in just a second, Beth.
No problem.
There's going to be people that don't like Andrew. There's going to be people that like Andrew. So I'm trying to get down. What I'm trying to narrow is who won based on logic, who won based on flair, and who won overall able to change the minds of people if it happened at all. So there's 3 criteria I'm trying to look at. As somebody who didn't watch it, like I feel like I'm an objective place to to do that.
Right. So my answer is logically, he got destroyed for the vast majority of the debate. With respect to like flair and posturing, he definitely won. And with respect to convincing people, I'm not sure because most of the sample within the comments are just biased. There's a selection effect because they're his fans. But if I had to guess, I would assume the average person who's not even his fan, who's neutral, would be taken in by Andrew just because he's a good like propagandist. And most people, the average person is not familiar with logic and philosophy. So they're probably going to be swayed by his manipulation tactics. But if you, however, if you take the philosophically acquainted person, then, I'm going to hands down say that so long as they're neutral, they're going to say I destroyed Andrew.
Fair. That's a fair synopsis. I think overall, because I think that there is an objective purpose, and that's convincing the audience to your side, and more people are convinced through flair, I do think that Andrew would have won just off my own beliefs and the purpose of the debate. Personally.
Right, so that's fine with me. Like, it's fine with me if winning a debate comes down to, like,
wait.
sticking
But personally, I think it's stupid to just debate somebody on if they're wrong. I do got to say that. I don't see what what the whole debate was.
If I can jump in, I think a lot of this it came down to rhetoric, right? What is the rhetoric that Andrew Wilson uses within every space that he goes into as part of his persona? Okay, and I can see honestly, I think that Bob's criticisms in the piece that he did are absolutely valid. I think it just he came at it he could have had stronger evidence for the points that he was making. That's my opinion, though. And everybody knows, like, I mean, I tend to argue from more of a rhetoric posture than necessarily a logical one.
Well,
and of course, that going up against that kind of following is a feat all in itself, because it's an uphill battle from the very bottom, if not a hole in the ground. I see Hank smiling.
If this,
if
this wasn't a YouTube, 1 second, if this wasn't a YouTube debate, based on what Mr. Miller said, I'd have to give it to him. But it is a YouTube debate. So the purpose, while it for a debate, is to inform and change minds. It's a YouTube debate, so there is an element of entertainment there as well.
Yes.
And that's why I give the YouTube debate to Andrew. But in a academic setting, it would probably more than likely definitely be Mr. Miller. Go ahead, Hank.
I agree with that.
So Andrew's been getting duller and duller since he destroyed Matt Dillahunty. Being honest, he's been getting really dull. And Bob Smith in my channel is about the same. Andrew Wilson would never want to be in a debate with me because he saw what I did to Jim Bob. So he's looking for really people who's not well practiced, so it can even have a chance, because he'll be just destroyed super easily against someone half competent now, because he's been pretty weak. And we could look at his friends, Rob Nord, to just know, well, that something's wrong when it comes to just being sharp.
Gentlemen, I'm dropping in the back chat. I've dropped Bob's channel, the debate. I am also putting right now his X account for the panelists, especially you guys. Hank, I'm sure you're going to want to reach out to him at some point. So there you guys go. That way y'all don't have to go through me.
But what if I'm into that?
I'm gonna post Bob's link in the chat for you guys as well, so y'all can check him out. I mean, I personally, I don't know, maybe I'm a snob, but I don't like online YouTube debates, so I haven't really watched a lot. I do like the conversations that sometimes they have. So if it's an interesting topic, I'll tune in on the after party, like at Sarah's or Dusty's or somebody, where because I can't really stand the YouTube debate aspect.
Well, OG, you're absolutely right, because again, it comes down to the argument of the academic and philosophical side of things to the rhetoric side, and rhetoric can be shifted a bunch of different ways. Debating over at Grids, there were times I had no idea what I was debating about in those speed debates, but strictly using rhetoric and swaying the audience, I was able to somehow pull that out of my ass, and I still don't know how I did it. So again, it's two different metrics to judge it by and to look at it by. So
yeah, and I think that's why he called it blood sport debating, because it's a metric that on YouTube for entertainment purposes would draw a big crowd, and that's exactly what it's done. Like I said, the insanity is the drawing. People flock to it.
Yes. So
they
when
do
it comes
it
to
slaves.
Yeah, but when it comes to just blood sports debating, a lot of the debate topics have gone just so stupid and overdone and always resolved scientifically that it's kind of boring. Plus, they don't want to let me in. They don't want to let me in those debates because I completely wreck most of these idiots. So it just kind of
you run out of topics eventually, and then you wind up just debating current events, like with the ice shooting lady.
See, that's why, like with my own personal channel, I'm trying to lean more into the philosophical, where it's less of a debate, more of a discussion, and hopefully we can come up with some new things to actually debate about.
I think you're going about it backwards. Don't look for new things to do. You'll end up in current events. Go back to the old classic debates. Go dig through some history out of freaking Congress back 100 years ago, and you'll find some truly epic considerations.
Well, thank you for coming up, El Perro.
Yeah, much love, brother.
I mean, I converted 3 people to theism on Breakfast Tacos' channel, and Breakfast Tacos is is an atheist precept. So that people don't want anything to do with me.
Bob, just curious, I'd like to ask a couple questions about you so we can get to know you a little bit. Are you religious yourself? Or
no, I'm an atheist.
I was guessing it was going to go that way because you are very analytical. You do come at it very philosophically. Who do you look to when you're diving into philosophy? Like, who are your favorites?
That's a great question. So I would say that on YouTube, the number one philosopher to watch is his YouTube channel's Majesty of Reason. His name is Joe Schmid. Absolute genius. He knows like so much about philosophy. His analytic abilities are unbelievable. So Joe Schmid is great. Some other people who I'm big fans of are Joshua Rasmussen. So he's a theist. He believes in God. And I like him because, first of all, he's a very good faith person, but also he's an absolute genius. And while I disagree with him, I think his arguments for God are very thought-provoking. They're great arguments. The same exact thing could be said about Alexander Pruss, also someone who believes in God, a theist, brilliant man. His arguments are incredible. And Robert Koons, again, a theist. So those are like my favorite theists. Well, Joe Schmidt is not a theist. He's agnostic. But yeah, those people are all good faith, really intelligent, thought-provoking. And then on the atheist side of things, Graham Oppy, I've done at least 2 videos talking about him, is incredible. He's an atheist. He's a naturalist. Brilliant mind, brilliant arguments that he makes. Another guy is Felipe Leon. He's an atheist. He's brilliant. Paul Draper, who's an agnostic philosopher, also brilliant. Yeah.
I'm agnostic, if anyone is curious.
I gotta say this, it's refreshing. I hope more people with your type of mindset comes around to the communities, because I'm glad to know that you enjoyed the debate, had fun, and that you would do it again. I mean,
wait for round 2. Round 2 is going to be epic.
Won't be a round 2.
Go ahead, Wolfpack. Go ahead. The Gospel of Bob raid that I didn't see, because I saw someone come in. If we did, I apologize. But go ahead, Beth, if you got some more questions.
I lost my train of thought there for a second. I do think there will be a round 2, honestly. I mean, we saw Enemy Charlie get 3 rounds with Andrew before that was destroyed. And Bob, being a man and especially an intelligent one who is a Phil bro, I think he's got far better chances now that his foot's in the door of having additional debates with Andrew Wilson. I look forward to watching them. I think they're going to be absolutely brilliant, regardless. So that's just my opinion.
Thank you for coming up, Sasquatch. Go ahead, Beth. My bad.
Bye, Squatch. Good to see you. If I'm not, anybody else got questions? Because I had lost my train of thought for a second there. My bad.
No, I mean that's all I have. I feel bad. I have this gentleman here. I didn't watch the interview, so I can't really interview him or talk to, or not interview, but the debate. Okay. So I can't really interview or talk to him.
Okay.
I don't feel like it'd be fair.
So you did say that you do like the Bloodsport debates, Bob.
Yeah, any form of debate I find interesting. It's a lot of fun. There's like a few aspects of debate that I enjoy. So like intellectually predicated debates are a lot of fun. I get to like think, I get to your pushback against my worldview, my ideas. So that's a lot of fun for me. But then there's also like this posturing, insult, blood sport kind of debate, which I also enjoy. Like it's a lot of fun for me to get into like a mud throwing contest with someone where we're both just freaking insulting back and forth. I fucking love that. It's a lot of fun for me to get insulted and to insult back. It's just fun for me. Like I really enjoy it. I enjoy fighting with people on like a personal level and getting personal.
I love it.
Just Andrew didn't want to do that. I was so surprised. Like I saw him as a complete asshole that loves fighting with people, getting personal.
Yeah.
I don't know, he backed out. He didn't want to do it.
Well, I think that bringing you into this sphere, I think you're going to find a lot of what you're looking for, and you're really going to start enjoying yourself. There's, like I said, I think this debate opened you up to a whole world of people that you didn't even know existed. And we're super happy to bring you in and have you hang out and jump in on stuff because we have good combos over here.
Yeah, there's tons of people I want to debate. I'm really looking forward. I want to debate the intellectual heavy hitters and also like the rhetoric strong people who just throw insults at you. All of it's fun for me.
Nice. OG, did you want to pick a topic
yes.
to kick off?
So what are some of the people you want to debate that you going forward? Like, what are some of the people?
Oh, there are tons of people. So I want to debate Ask Yourself. He's really intelligent. That would be like purely philosophical. He's an absolute debate genius. He like only resorts to insults if the other guy is completely like retarded or just disingenuous. But he tries to lead first philosophically, and only if that really doesn't work or the other guy's just being a prick will he then resort to insults. So that's generally, I like that strategy. So I'd want to debate him. He'd be very difficult. I'd probably lose, but it's still worth it because he's just such a genius. Other people I want to debate that I think I'd actually beat are like Jim Bob. I really don't like a lot of his ideas. I'm totally fine with people making arguments for God. I respect a lot of arguments for God, just not precept bullshit. I think that's complete bullshit. I think it's stupid. I think most of his arguments are stupid, so I'd want to debate Jim Bob. We went back and forth a little bit. I'd definitely take him up on.
Would Jim Bob be somebody that you'd be interested in just having a shit flinging contest with, not necessarily a debate?
I'd be interested in doing both. It'd be so much fun. He's really good at insulting people. In fact, I think he's one of the best I've seen, at least given like my understanding of insult. I thought he's like one of the best. Like, I'd actually be somewhat intimidated by his abilities to insult somebody. He's really good.
So would you rather have a intellectual debate with someone or a shit flinging, or do you have like a
Right. It completely depends on their persona. So if somebody built up a reputation for being good at philosophy when all they actually do is insult, then I'd want to like hit them in the jugular and destroy them philosophically. But if it just depends on like what they are good at and how genuine they are, that sort of thing. So
you're in it for the love of the game, ain't you? You just want to argue and debate. If they want to talk shit, you want to be the best at it. If they want to talk philosophy or stick to the facts, you want to be the best at it. That's pretty fucking base. That's pretty cool. I like that.
But also with Jim Bob in particular, like he's the kind of person that I'm referring to here when I say that he throws insults around, but also tries to posture as somebody that's good at debate and philosophy. So that fucking pisses me off. If you're not good at philosophy and debate, but you posture as though you're a philosopher and a good debater, that triggers the shit out of me. So because of that, I want to just wreck him philosophically. No, but then there are people that are just pure insult that I don't have this like grudge against because they don't even pretend to be good at debate. So I see that as kind of what?
I'm not.
You're not what?
Good at debating.
Oh, right. But there are these people that like all they do is insult, and they don't even try to debate. So people like that, I don't have as strong an urge to wreck them in a debate. I'd like to just throw shit back and forth with them. But then also, you said that I'd want to talk shit or debate somebody to be the best. It's not even true. Like, it's something that gives me a huge advantage over a lot of people is that I'm really not scared to lose. Like, if someone beats me in a debate, so be it. I couldn't care less. If someone insults me and I don't have a good comeback, so be it. I don't care. And that gives me a huge opportunity because most people are not going to take opportunities where they think they're going to lose. I don't care about that. Hello? Hello?
I'm still muted. Sorry, I stepped away to do my fire. OG, you're muted. Not sure if you know that.
OG, you're muted, dude. He might be doing something.
Yeah, he might be doing something real quick. I love the fact that you're coming at it this way too. I was listening. I just had to get my wood stove burning again.
Did you get it running all right?
Wet wood doesn't burn. That's the problem, and it's very cold and wet. And
bit idea for you. It may be cold, but sit on it. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. It will cool. It will dry out, cool down, and it will retain heat if you put it next to you.
Everything is like kind of lined up real close to the stove right now, and I just threw a little bit of. It's bad to
Don't
do.
you have gas in your place?
What's that?
Don't you have gas?
No, I live in the like country. Like there's more Amish people than there are English folk.
Lucky woman.
We have a propane furnace, but it doesn't. I mean, it's really not as wonderful as the wood stove is. The wood stove heats us much better. It's just I fell asleep all day.
Do you have full electric in your house?
Say again. Yes, we have electric.
Right. Now, I don't know if they do it over there, but over here, they have a combi boiler that's fully electric. Don't need gas. That does central heating.
I live in New York State. Electric is fucking astronomically when it comes to prices. I can't.
No, I'm talking about a boiler. They do your radiators and your hot water.
Yeah.
It'll all be electric. Yeah, it'll run water. Right.
Oh, so cool. We're coming for you. OG, where are you? You got Joe in the basement.
Yeah, it'll run. It's just a combi boiler that runs.
Give me 1 second. I'm taking care of Tucker. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all
it will run hot water to your radiators electrically. It's like a kettle for your radiators.
And it runs it through your floors, right? It's like
no, proper radiators that you stick underneath your windows.
Oh, okay. Those, yeah. There's a lot of people out here. A lot of people out here have those, but they're
probably
some are electric, some are like propane. It's just a matter of we go for what we can afford right now.
There's no cottage in the UK.
The wood's a little frozen.
What you would call propane. Yeah, there's no cottage in the UK that ran propane and electric. Yeah, what you would call propane, right? Yeah. Big massive gas bottles. Basically, they originally had a gas boiler, but they had that converted to. They had it ripped out and actually changed to a fully electric. Sorry.
I just had to peek at my stove again.
I found it a lot cheaper to run it electric than having.
We usually don't end up in this situation. Usually, the wood stove is just fine. It's myself, and I have a teenage son, and so teenagers, especially because this week is Regents. So
your stove go through the entire house?
Say again. Sorry.
Does your stove go through the entire house?
Oh, it heats the whole house very well.
Does it have a
with no electric needed, no blowers?
No, I'm not talking about electric. Does it have like a tube that goes right through the center of your house?
We've got the pipes that go right up through the center of the roof to, of course, vent it. But no like vents, no forced air, none of that. It heats my house very well.
Okay.
That thing is great. Sometimes, especially if I'm cooking in the kitchen, you'll go out in the living room kitchen area and like you can wear shorts. It's so freaking warm out there. But sorry, that went totally off topic. Sorry, Bob.
No worries.
We tend to do that around here too. Like we'll have a lot of topic. We'll like be running a topic talking about First Amendment and auditors and that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden we're talking about wood stoves and Amish people for 10 minutes.
I was just asking that.
We're laid back. We have fun over here. So
we've got someone I know over here has got a house and they've got literally a wood burning stove and they've got like pipe that runs directly from their front room all the way up and through into their bedroom, up through to the third floor and out the roof.
So the problem with that is that you have to be able to keep them clean. You gotta, just like the old chimney sweeps, because it'll build up creosote. That creosote will catch on fire and burn your house down in like 10 minutes stops.
When I lived in this flat first, 15 years ago, they used to be I'll be better on camera.
They have out where I live, there are several people who have these really cool. Their wood stoves are massive and they're outside away from the house. And they have heating vents that run into the house, and they'll stuff that thing with literally, 6 foot long logs. And
I am so sorry for that, y'all. I had to take care of Tucker. Oh shit, we got Joe Cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, thank you for saving me, man. If I learned another thing about wood stoves, I was gonna have to set myself on fire.
Bob, this is Joe Cool. Joe Cool, this is Bob Miller, who Andrew just debated last week.
Nice to meet you, Bob. And that
Bob,
means
this
I gotta
would be somebody
nice.
to beat. This would be somebody. No, you don't. Bob likes to shit fling. He likes to debate. He likes to do logic. He likes to stay away from emotion. So you and him might wind up debating and not conversating.
Well, Bob, let's do it now. I fucking wait. Yeah,
okay, y'all can have at it. Bob, by the way, Joe.
I do have a few questions for Bob. Arbitrary interview type questions since we're talking. What are your political stances? Like left, right, libertarian? Like, what do you believe in?
So for the most part, politically, I don't have super strong views because I tend not to speak about or develop strong views about something that I'm not extremely well informed on. And I don't prioritize politics nearly as much as philosophy, so I'm just not nearly as informed as I should be to have strong opinions. Although there are some matters that I do have opinions on when they're less empirical and the more emotional based. So for example, when it comes to abortion, I just think, for the most part, I feel as though it's fine to abort your kid, provided they're not past a certain stage in development. And I don't really care about the kinds of arguments people make. I just feel that way. So yeah, I feel like it should be up to the individual if they want to abort their kid or not.
That's the biggest problem, though.
What's the biggest problem?
The abortions. That is actually the biggest problem.
Why is
That's why no offense, but because the what do they call it? It's part of the whole world, and they make up rules for every single country, and every single country has to abide by them. United Nations.
What are you talking about? Well, every country has to abide by somebody's abortion.
United Nations.
Who? The United Nations?
Yes.
Really? Does that include the U.S.? Yes.
U.S., and UK, other countries.
I know. My point. And who's telling the U.S. Its abortion rules?
The United Nations. It was an agreement that they all made. Not to do with the abortions. That is the biggest problem because of people aborting kids, right, or having less kids, right. It's one of the reasons what the national birth rate. Hold on, Joe. Right, in each country, the national birth rate is so low.
So what?
In each country.
All right, here.
Right?
Let me a couple questions.
The national nations want to bring the birth rate back up. One of the reasons they turned around and said that we should have illegals coming into our country, hopefully the legal way, not the illegal way, which is what they're doing.
All right, a couple questions. I'll just maybe a few statements. One, no, the UN doesn't dictate fucking abortion over here in the U.S. It was a political battle. It was went for a long time, state by state.
I didn't say it was something to do with abortion. So I turned around and said that was part of the problem.
Oh, I thought you said UN. I thought you said UN dictated abortion policy over here in the U.S. That was the question I asked. That was the question I asked.
I did answer that. Yes. No, they didn't. I turned around and said it was part of the problem. The national birth rate of each country is low. That's what I said. The national birth rate of each country is low. Yeah? I turned around and said, no, it's got nothing to do with the United Nations.
You think I could talk for a while without you interrupting me? Or if you do, answer my question. What'd you say?
I didn't answer your question.
All right, fuck all that shit anyway. No, and another thing you said, the UN wants to bring up birth, but the UN wants abortion. Maybe I just didn't understand you right now. I need to wrestle with you. Bob, I want to check you out a little bit, ask a couple of questions, because you said something I thought was interesting when it came to abortion. You said, I don't give a fuck about stats and shit. It's just how I feel. I assume that the guy who thinks he's a great debater and goes off of feelings is going to get a lot of L's. I could be wrong.
Yeah. So it just depends on the context. Oh, sorry, were you not finished?
Yeah. Well, you can interject, but no. The question I wanted to ask, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions to see where you're at, or I might make some statements and get your opinions on them. Like here, I'll start off with one. Police, all police. We're gonna do it. Where you live, Bob?
California.
Very good. All the police in United States are evil and immoral fucks. What do you think?
I think that's a retardedly stupid thing.
Very good. Okay. All police in the United States are bad guys. What do you think? Retarded and stupid still?
Stupid claim, yeah.
Okay.
Not
All
really.
right. Do you agree with if it's a law, you must follow it?
No, obviously not.
Very good. Never hit a cop. Is that something you agree with?
Nope. There are obviously situations where that's fine.
Very good. So if let me ask you, if a police arrests me for smoking weed, is he an evil fuck?
Not necessarily.
Oh, how come not necessarily?
Oh,
The
there's a
guy
lot of
kidnaps me and puts me in jail for smoking weed. Don't that make him evil?
Yep.
Kidnapping.
Just so everyone knows, this is a impromptu one-on-one with Joe Cool and Mr. Miller. Y'all have at it.
Right.
Bob, explain to me how the guy who kidnaps me and snatches me away from my family and my job that I use to feed my kids, how come he's not evil? Because he kidnapped me. Why is he not evil?
Well, I'm going to presume that you don't have, like, in that hypothetical where someone kidnaps you, I'm going to presume you don't have, like, a bunch of assumptions baked into the hypothetical.
Not so far.
Okay, right. So let's just say you provide me no information. You just say someone kidnaps you.
Okay, a cop. I gave you a cop. I didn't say someone. It's a cop. And you understand, he arrests me for smoking weed.
Mhm.
Is he an evil fuck?
Just because of that, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I a evil fuck for smoking weed?
No.
How come it isn't objective that if he came and kidnapped me and put me in a cage, what saves him from being evil?
First of all, I just want to be super clear. I'm not a moral realist. I don't think there's objective moral truths, but let's sideline that. I don't want to get into that right now.
No, I don't believe they're objective either. But
Right, okay.
even given that they're subjective, when we can deal with our morality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you ask me why is he not evil, I would just put the question back to you. Why would he be? I see no reason to think he would be.
Well, would you agree that if I walk up and smack an old lady and beat her up and take her money for no other reasons other than I felt like it, I'm a bad guy, yeah?
Yes, I would say so.
Why is it that this guy can come and kidnap me and incarcerate me and you don't think he's a bad guy?
Well, those two situations are obviously disanalogous. One person's just acting off his own whims and feelings, while the other guy's acting in accordance with the law.
Very good. So if the law says it's okay to smack an old lady, suddenly it's no longer immoral and that person's not evil?
No.
Well, why is he not evil? He kidnapped me. You haven't given me a reason yet.
Well, okay, so kidnapping's a loaded term there.
It is intentionally, yes. Oh, well, I'll say arrest, but
depends on which state you're in.
I'll say arrest, but the thing is, if I've hurt no one, I want you to tell me the reasoning why this guy can remain moral and put me in a jail cell.
I'm not sure about the claim that you've hurt nobody by smoking weed.
Very good. We go there.
First of all, I want to be clear. Like, I agree with you. I think smoking weed should be legal. I agree with you. And it may even be the case that if a cop arrests you for smoking weed and it puts you in jail, that he's wrong to do that. I'm not even arguing that. I just think that the word evil is very strong and we should save it for...
Okay, I like you. Yeah, I was saying evil to see where your mind's at. I like what you just said. So, yes, because I don't think necessarily evil. I don't believe people even blah, blah, blah. I was using that word intentionally. Okay, but you will give me that guy is in the wrong.
Yeah. I don't think it's...
Right.
I would say that would depend on the data available to that person, the societal norms at the time, the extent to which he's acting in accordance with his intuitions. Like, if he genuinely believes, like, let's say this guy was brainwashed or he's very susceptible to
Right.
social norms, and he sincerely believes that smoking weed is wrong,
Right.
then I would say he's not wrong. But if he like suspects, like, oh, I don't actually have a good reason for arresting this guy, then yeah, he's wrong. So it would depend on things like that.
Very good. I'll give you that. He can justify it in his head and all of those things, and therefore he doesn't feel like he's doing nothing wrong, which would be inherent in there. Another question, same line. Cop, smacks me. I'm in Chicago, and a lot of cops show up on a ticket. You might have 15, 20 cops. But let's say there's 20, 30 cops out there. Something's going on. Cop does something wrong, hits some guy in the mouth, punch him, arrest him, and says the guy attacked me. All 29 cops co-sign and say, yep, I didn't see anything. Are those bad guys?
Yeah, 100%.
Very good. Would you agree that most cops turn the other way? If not all, well, most. I'll leave it there. As you don't like hyperbole, and it's not a good thing. Are most cops? Do you agree that most cops do look the other way when those things happen?
That wouldn't surprise me. Although I'm not going to make a statement because I would need to evaluate the evidence.
Right. I see you're at least amenable to it. Let's give it that. If we say, most of those cops are bad that sat there and watched that or did something wrong, now they know it's wrong. We're not giving them that think it's okay under society shit. They know their policy tells them you must, if there's use of force, say what it was. If your guy commits a wrong, these are some laws here. Well, fuck, you're in America. If a felony is committed in front of you, you must intervene. You must tell on the fellow officer. They have endless amount of rules. And these guys don't follow them. So they don't get the previous guy got in the weed hypothetical. Are these guys, first of all, are they bad guys for not intervening? You got enough information now. You should be able to give me an answer.
Yeah, definitely. No hesitation there.
All right. So my original shit about all cops, now we're like, 70, 80%, I think you agree, are bad now.
So it wouldn't surprise. Okay, there's a few things going on here. So first of all, I'm agnostic. I would just have to look at the data pertaining to how cops interact with that sort of situation. So I'm agnostic about that. But then also there's a separate thing, which is like there's an extent to which like a cop not intervening in that situation has to do with the fact that they're cops versus human nature. So in the kind of situation you described where the cops wouldn't intervene and they would go with like the majority consensus of their peers and just say like, yeah, the person attacked the cop first. I'm not sure how much of that has to do with being a cop or being a human. Humans are very susceptible to pure bias.
Even under the human
pressure.
shit. Even under the human shit, in that instance, these are bad guys.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing that.
All right. Shit, and you don't do the political shit. Very good. What do you think about the ICE thing? You got any?
The recent shooting?
Not just that. The entire. You can give them to comment on the shooting, and I'd like to know what you think about them. Their mission that they've been given.
So as far as the shooting goes, I haven't analyzed that video like really, really clearly.
I hope one of y'all in the back finding that fucking vid. Go ahead.
But from what I've seen, it did not look justified at all. It looked as though the cop shot through the side window. What the fuck is that? You don't need to shoot anyone through the side window. There's no excuse.
All right. You guys ain't got to find a bit. What do you think about their mission to get rid of all these damn immigrants or whatever the mission is? I'm sure it's not that.
Honestly, like with respect to the immigration question, I could really see both sides to the debate. So I'm just, it's not that I'm too scared to take a side. It's just that I don't know enough to take a side. And both sides do have some, I could see where they're coming from. Like these people that are like, hey, look, I'm not actually racist. Like I'm against racism. If you point to any actual racist person, I disavow them. However, when immigrants come to our country, this and this bad thing happens. And also when illegals come, right, like I could understand that. But then I could also understand the people that say like, hey, look, the vast majority of people that don't like immigration are actually just kind of fucking racist. Like I also see that too. So
that's 100% a thing. That second part and the first part that you can see how people say some of these people come to the country and they do bad things. I'm not so sure that I even agree with that, because when I see white people shooting up schools, I don't say we got to do something about these white people. I say we got to do something about the shooters. So why do you give them a pass when they say something like these immigrants and lump them all together?
well, let's reverse it and look at the shooting question. If you said we got to do something about these like autistic white people that are shooting up schools, I fucking agree with you. I would agree with you. I think it's okay in both cases. I think it's okay. It's okay in the case of white people to generalize, and it's okay in the case of immigrants. I think it's okay in both.
Take the autistic off, because I don't know, how much you're joking with that. If I say we got to do something about these white people because white people are shooting up schools, you think that makes sense? I mean, I see avenues where it could, so don't, but I wonder where you are.
Like on moral grounds, I don't think that that's like an immoral or like incorrect thing to say. However, if someone said that I just press a little more, I'd be like, okay, I understand your statement, but like, let's get more specific. Sure, it's white people, but it's a subset of white people.
Very
so
good.
I'd say the same thing about immigration. If someone says like,
Very good.
well, immigrants are doing this and this thing, I'd be like, okay, let's press a bit further. It's probably a subset of immigrants. But in general, I don't really take, people get very offended when you generalize. My strategy isn't to get offended. It's just to seek further clarity.
Yeah. And in a debate, you can get that. Here, I'm intentionally keeping it vague because I'm trying to see where your heart's at and weird shit like this. You seem pretty solid, reasonable. If I had one critique, and this is over, I don't mean to exclude the rest of the people. I was just trying to get to know you. If I do have one critique, and no way, if we become friends, and I hope we do, I hope you stick around for a long time to come, I will be drilling down on you don't have an opinion. I will wonder why, when you see all these people being kidnapped off the street, haven't investigated, don't really have an opinion. I would wonder why when you see fucking Trump, snatching up, invading other countries, doing the weird shit, you didn't at least look into it and give yourself an opinion. I'd question that, but I could question that nonsense later. Nice to meet you, Bob.
Yeah, nice to meet you. But I just want to say I could totally understand why you'd want to question that, because a lot of people that say that kind of thing, I'm like, oh, on some matter that's like obviously wrong. Oh, I don't have an opinion. I'm sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, that's just an excuse for like cowardice or
you're reading
not
my
wanting.
mind, Bob.
Right. So I could see why I give off that impression. I would just say, if you knew me well, you would see that for any matter, even matters that have to deal with me, I'm also scared to give an opinion until I really, really understand what's going on. Just because of how often people are wrong. Like 90% of ideas are just wrong. If you're smart,
don't be afraid of being wrong, man. You know how you're a cold motherfucker, count your failings and how often you've erred and been wrong. That's how I know you're a man and you've grown. Embrace it, chase it. Ignore the motherfuckers that mock you for being wrong. It's their insecurities. You need to be wrong a lot. Step out on there and hang out with motherfuckers who give you a safe space to be wrong. That's how you're gonna be able to get to the truth. Both of you niggas may be wrong, right? And you work together to get to the truth, but you gotta open your mouth, in my opinion. And Bob, this is where all that shit came from in the back of my head. The problem. MLK said that shit. It's not the problem with racism. It's not the problem with the KKK and these radical fucks blowing shit up. It is the so-called good white people content to look the other way. It's give me liberty or give me death. Excuse me. Oh, here, y'all. I got a text. I can't read and hear. I'm weird. But this is the text, and y'all can kick in on this. Matter of fact, Bob, here's a great opportunity. The guy asked me, give me liberty or give me death versus live free or die. Is the difference between these two obvious? I love shit like that, right?
No, I don't think it's obvious.
Give me liberty, give me death, live free or die. It seems the distinction I don't even see a distinction.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a difference.
Yeah.
I'll type it back.
Well done, gentlemen. That was awesome.
Yeah, I liked it.
That was awesome.
I like them.
Well, Shanti, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Shintai, good to see you.
Good morning, everyone, or evening, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, good
Evening.
morning is also good evening for some of us.
I take it you know Shintai?
Yes.
Shintai?
Yes. He's a good guy. Very
I've talked to
intelligent.
you before, just had a different name at the time, OG.
What did you go by, so I know, if you don't
My
mind?
real name.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
Put it in the back chat or something.
Yeah, ain't necessary the way he said it. I'm down. I believe everything the way he say OG. It's like he fucking know who you are. I was there.
Yeah.
What is he saying that shit?
I've talked to everybody here except for Bob. I've just watched Bob once.
I'm very impressed with Bob. I just met him 5-10 minutes ago, man. And damn, I like that dude.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, new guest.
Thank you.
Welcome back. And Bob, thank you for coming.
Right, welcome back.
See, this is the kind of hangout I enjoy, man.
You know, y'all
Chente,
had
can
an
I fuck with
amazing interaction.
Chente a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chente, I want to ask you a couple questions. It can be the same. Did you just see me talking about?
Yes.
All
See if
right,
I knew questions.
Good. Give me your opinion on immigration cops. Aren't they evil? I'll later poison the well like I did with Bob. Aren't cops evil? Isn't immigration evil the way they're hurting all of these nice immigrants? What do you think?
No. I mean, but I also don't do the evil thing, so.
Boo Joe.
Man, I just
Boo the
said that.
black
You say
man.
you don't do
Boo
the evil
black
thing.
man.
Do you do right, wrong, bad, good without going to evil? Because I'd love to do the evil
Not
with
exactly.
you and Bob at some point.
So like the prompt that I'm trying to work on to have a discussion with is that we would be better off raising our children on the Prince instead of the Bible.
The Prince, meaning Jesus? Is that what you say?
No, The Prince by Machiavelli.
Oh my God.
So.
Oh my God.
Oh, who you are, Shintai. You're the I remember. Yeah, we've had some good conversations.
Oh my God. Don't oh my. So I can assume you're not religious or spiritual. Yeah.
I'm not personally, but I don't have a problem with other people being.
Right. Can I assume? I'm assuming you're smart enough where I don't want to have the.
Before y'all master debaters continue, all of y'all master. But let me inform y'all of one thing. All right, I'm retarded. Y'all can have all this logic and good talks, but a strong fist to the jaw will change a lot more minds a lot quicker. I'm just saying.
The only way that fist changes a thing, more than the other thing, is if that fist to the jaw, you're hitting Gandhi or MLK. Now suddenly you could make a difference in the world.
Well, I would never.
But just in the backyard with your friends, you could never make a big.
I would never punch Malcolm X. Not because I'm afraid of him or anything. Dude's based. I love Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I meant to say MLK. I meant to say Gandhi. Two
No,
people.
you said MLK and Gandhi.
Okay,
I just wanted to put that out there.
Like Jesus, Gandhi was about 63 pounds wet.
Mao Zedong said it correctly when he said political power grows out of the barrel of a gun.
He is correct. We're seeing that now with the things Trump's done. He's like, "Give me Greenland. I'm gonna take that shit."
Hey, we don't take that shit.
Yeah,
right?
We
are international thugs now. All right, we going up in
that
that
Venezuelan shit. We're thugs.
Joe, I gotta act before you and Shintai keep going. I gotta ask you this, Joe. As a former hood rat yourself, do you not appreciate just the gangster at which our president is acting?
Listen, I told you I used to support him. That was the reason. I was a Trump fan before he became president. It didn't take long to switch. All I had to do was just, actually start paying attention to him. I just like him for what I see on TV, which I bet you a lot of people do. Why everybody loves him. And then looked into him the months before he got elected because it was going to be time to vote. And I'm like, this motherfucker's insane. And I watched him, because I can be wrong. I watched him, and the first shit he did was get rid of the Muslim ban and the shithole countries in Africa. And that was a third thing that. Really early on, he said that You guys probably remember him saying that he was going to reveal his taxes and all of that shit very early on. As soon as they asked him, which was day one, he said that, well, I got to wait on something. I'm under investigation by somebody, one of the companies. As soon as that's over, so my eyebrows went up. And then the FBI was selling a building, because he also said he was going to get out of every business, give them all over to the family, and do nothing business-wise. We know now that he reneged heavily on that. In fact, he's become billions and billions of times richer because of that business, mixing business family as president shit. But
remember, here at the Orthodox Guy
channel,
channel, we think corruption is incredibly based.
If I could and articulate this, there was a lot of land up for sale. I think it was an old FBI building, and someone had bought it and all of that. And he was great because he was happy they made so much money about it. And as part of the process, they asked, what are they going to build there? And they were going to build a hotel. And because he owns a hotel close enough, he thought, he blocked it. Those his first actions, and I've been watching him since, and he turned out to be the guy I thought he was. I need an honorable motherfucker. You don't get that. I ain't had it in my lifetime. But ain't nobody worth it.
There is no honor in men who seek power. And
Bob,
honor is
feel free to jump in anytime.
And you're right, OJ.
Personally, honor is for the dead. Honor is not an actual thing. I don't like saying that. I wish it was wrong. But from my experience, it's completely subjective. But from my experience, honor does not exist. By and large,
you don't believe that. You don't believe that because
I know that men like you and me try to have some type of.
You are honorable guy, so I know that you don't believe that because you try and be honorable.
Yeah, but see, I get my face kicked in every time I go to do dealings with people. So I'm just
that's part of it, right? And I don't want to get this. I'm not religious. I know you guys know, but the other two cats might not know. But that's that God thing. That's why I attribute morals to God or the architect or whatever weird name you want to call him today, as opposed to going through nature, because of that shit right there. That shit, what I forgot. I lost where you were going with honor, morals. I don't know. I don't went too far off, but that's the distinction. There's no way around that shit. That desire to do that shit, that's God.
I try to treat individuals how I would want to be treated. I judge groups based on the data that I have.
Can I interrupt you because I just remembered? They kicked in the face. That's what happens when you do things like guys. Remember, the path is large for those who fuck up and narrow. People hate you, persecute the way they smack Jesus around. You get smacked every time you say forgive a motherfucker, or you take the big step and don't hit or whatever, don't attack, or or try and help a motherfucker who's a piece of shit. You get attacked. That's going to be your lot in life if you're a child of God.
But you also, so yeah, you're right. You'll get hit for not doing it, but in modernity, now you're getting hit for doing it too. So
I say hit for doing it, not doing it. If you do anything moral, good, God-like stuff, you get attacked. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see how unpopular that shit is. Motherfuckers get mad. Let your friends get into a heated fight, and not a real fight. We're gonna keep it on the internet. Over so-and-so doc so-and-so, whatever weird thing it is. If you don't, and they're mad, if you don't join with them, you're already sus. And if you don't, if you tell them, hey man, that might not be the right move, oh my God. Even your friends will turn on you if you show that godly shit at the wrong time.
You're right. And hey, Bob, always feel free to jump in anytime.
Yeah, we pretty much do that type of shit, Bob.
This is a very informal, this is how we roll, and I love it. I
personally, we just chill.
I chill like to get to know Shinte, just the hair, pimp Chuck.
You've talked to Shinte actually.
But since I don't remember any of it, I could ask him just to do questions on ICE and our police, the good guys. I want a response.
If he's willing.
I don't. our police the good guys. Police are doing
That's a
just doing a
yes,
job.
bruh. That's a yes.
I
I
just
knew
don't
it.
think they're just the bad guys. But I don't know
Ooh.
that I call them the good guys. I think it can be both. It depends on what we make them do and then their individual actions.
You backing up a bit. You like cops, bro.
I like some cops.
Yeah. Well, you're a pop in the military or something like that?
Oh yeah, my dad was in the military. I tried to be in the military, but
Yeah.
cops and military aren't the same thing, or they
Sure
shouldn't
they are.
be the same thing. They shouldn't be the same
Yeah.
thing.
That's all they are. The political hand on the
Why
stage is the
why
military.
shouldn't they be the same thing? I mean,
My expectations of what the military needs to do and what a cop needs to do aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
the military are held to a higher standard than the police, though.
And they shouldn't be world police. Military, that's not our job. That shouldn't be a thing. I can see helping
And
people and shit, but
we can rewrite the job description.
yeah, we've done too much of that already. That allows them to, if I don't sign a ticket, there are a set of rules in play. When someone shoot me in the face, yeah, they'll say it wasn't because you didn't sign a ticket. It was because you snatched away from the cop.
Because you're a terrorist, Joe.
I am literally a terrorist now. I haven't examined the document. I took a picture of the first page and lost the whole thing. Department of Justice put out their description of domestic terrorists, and all of us fell under it.
Well, you're using words like us, and
I'm sure you, nigga, you fall under 100%.
The thing, though, is if they're free to determine what a domestic terrorist is, that could mean any of us, right?
It does, yes.
Welcome to the club, Beth. I've fallen under that. I've fallen under that trap or that
filming ICE
for like 10 years now.
Filming ICE was on the list, so I'm gone.
Joe,
yeah.
I guess for me, I would rather live in a country that has cops that we have to deal with than one that doesn't have any cops.
I would agree with that, right?
Boo, Shintai, boo. We should have citizen militias only.
I was about to say,
we can go back to sheriffs. Sheriffs are cool,
yes,
but that's still law enforcement.
Yes, in our society, we would invent such a thing because we can't be everywhere at once. But our cops will be restricted, I hope, to if someone isn't harming someone, they are sacred. They are sacred. The only reason we want you is to protect the weak. I
have a different philosophy, Joe. A chicken in every pot and a cap in every ass. Give every cop a fucking fully automatic weapon and a tank to patrol the streets in.
To what end? I know you're having fun, but to what end, right? Because
to get these criminals in line, all right?
Is that what they do, though?
Corruption.
It's not what they do, though. They are the corrupt, so they ain't root out shit. Who breaks more laws? Shinte and Beth. Now, anybody but OG. Who breaks more laws? Cops.
I feel personally attacked. I'm not
right
black.
now.
I don't break the law.
Contradictory right now. You're not, really kicking it.
This is actually an interesting question, and I think it kind of comes down like you're looking at it as I think it gets gray because sometimes people don't even realize that they're breaking laws. However, police officers who are well versed in the law would know that they're breaking laws.
Wait. We're talking about not even knowing, even don't count, don't even factor that into your decision. It's just who breaks more laws. Forget whether they know they broke it or not. It's irrelevant for this. Who breaks more laws? Regular person or cops?
I would have to go with police officers for the point that they have higher standards that they are supposed to be held to, which include additional laws that they are supposed to follow.
What about the rest of you cats? It does. What about the rest of you?
I don't know. I would guess that officers maybe because they know they have the security of others having their back.
That was dope.
I think it's probably fairly similar across the board.
What's the last cat? Bob, Chuck?
Yeah. So I'm not confident about either way. I'd have to look at the statistics.
I knew you were gonna say that. I feel like I know you already. Go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty easy question to get an answer to. Like, why would you speculate when you could very easily just look at the facts and look at like the criminal records? But also, like, if you're asking me purely to speculate, my answer is definitely going to be cops commit more crimes. The reason for that is because the psychopathy or antisocial rate amongst cops is much higher than that of the average population. So, sociopaths, psychopaths, people on the antisocial spectrum do commit far more crimes than the average person. So it's going to follow that probably the cops are going to be committing more crimes than the average person.
Hang on. Before you move on, dude. I'm so sorry, Joe. I got to interrupt real quick. First of all, that was fucking based. That's awesome that you've looked into that shit. And I think you looking at the statistics actually does not even account for the people who break laws and don't get caught.
Right, I agree. But however, the statistics are a very good indication of the general crimes.
I don't even know about that. Like, my police record is completely, it's very, 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 very clean. Yet I'll tell you right now, as a teenager, I was an absolute like hood rat. I broke plenty of laws, just never got caught.
I think that we'd have to define a crime a little bit here. I think that you guys thinking a crime is you're giving the cops a lot of slack. I don't think you understand that some of the things that they do that are crimes. You thinking conventional crimes, shit you get arrested for. But crimes on the books are police officer.
By crime, Joe also means like just randomly breaking rules, like speeding without a reason or the department
I hadn't
rules.
even considered that yet.
Well, that's why I said police officers are held to additional laws, especially when it comes to how they handle the public. So
right, Beth, you was onto something. Not just additional laws, they break the same laws too. But when the police do it, like for instance, if I walk up to you and push you, that's a crime. If police do it, it's still a crime, but it's expected. It's normal.
If I poke him, it's a felony.
Yes.
If I poke him in the chest, that's a felony.
Yes.
But he can throw me against the
that's
wall.
why y'all need to move to a small town where these motherfuckers stay and they ass when they ain't got a badge. Because that's not a felony. That is not a felony. I have proof that that's not a felony. When they're on duty, however, it is a felony.
Biblically speaking, a lot of time, more often than not, the families were the ones that held the people to account for their behaviors. Not just the families of the person who committed it, but the families of the individual whom any crime may be committed against. And usually those punishments were very, very harsh. And that's why.
Biblically speaking, you're correct, but the law enforcement arm of any given area at any given time used to be the citizen militia or garrison of that town.
In some ways, it still is. In most other countries, if they catch a thief on the street, they beat his ass.
If they don't cut off his hand.
The people, no. I am not talking about the law. I am talking about the people in the immediate community where the crime is committed. They run up, beat dude, kick him, and all of that shit. When the police get there, beat his ass. So I'm saying the people still fight crime in the communities and else places. Well, only us are bitches. And if someone's breaking into your house, I don't have a gun because they're too dangerous. I'm gonna call the police and wait. Someone's robbing you, like you think he's gonna give you a chance to use your cell phone. Only us think weird shit like that.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's because we're from the first. It's because we're from the first world and we're not savages. That's why, Joe. I wish to preserve that.
You think that's to be admired? Not being able to hit someone back if they're stealing from you. That's the first world. That's
I hate that.
Gentlemanly or first worldy. Like it's positive.
I want to see a jury.
I'm talking about
defending my home.
I'm talking about vigilante justice, Joe.
Yeah, that's what I was going. That's what I was speaking to as well as the vigilantism. However, based on our current laws and what the current expectations of us as citizens of the United States, and especially, I mean, again, I live in New York where we are required to flee. If someone breaks into your house and you have a way to escape, you can't fight. You're supposed to run. No, fuck that. I'll take a jury. Thank you.
Those are the things I was talking about.
But I mean, if I'm in a situation where I need to actually pull a weapon and defend myself inside my house, the consequences and the rules afterwards don't matter to me at that time.
Correct.
I'm going to do what I got to do regardless.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
I have children. I'm going to defend my home. And that was the thing, was I had this discussion with local law enforcement at one point in time as far as what am I allowed to do? And I was literally told I would have to be able to prove that the individual, like, I
posed a threat and was going to hurt you.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Posed a threat and was going to hurt you.
Yes. I was told that I would have to retreat to my bedroom and prove that I had no further escape, and that the individual would have to kick in the door. It would have to be locked and they'd have to kick it in before I can defend myself. And if my children are in the home, I am expected under the law to flee and leave my children behind. Fuck that.
Guy here, right across the street from me, got into a fight with some guys that were trying to rob him. He was coming to see his chick, which at this point she was my chick, and the guys pulled a gun on him, tried to rob him. He had some bread, looked like he hustled or something, and he fought them, and he got the gun away. He shoots one of them, and then the other one jumps in his car and tries to run. I'm sorry, I think I'm being called. Give me a second.
What timing? Yeah, New York has weird laws like that, and I'm not even sorry. I would defend my home. I would take on a jury. I would like to see them freaking convict me for defending my own children. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they'll do it. They've done it before. They'll do it.
Yeah, I know. But I know, but it's not right. You know what I'm saying?
It's retarded. It absolutely is.
That's my downfall, is that I tend to expect people to do what's right in obvious situations.
What's up, Zoomer? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go get dressed for dinner in a few minutes. Going out with some friends. They're taking your boy out, so I got to get ready. And with that being said, Mr. Miller, thank you for coming. Would you like to give a final thought? Well, before you give a final thought, I have a question for you. Did you enjoy your time here on the Orthodox Guy Show?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome to come back anytime you want. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to leave with the audience?
I'm good.
Fair enough. What about you, Chuck? You got any final thoughts?
Yeah. Hug the cops. Love them. I got my boots polished, and if nobody's told you they love you today, I do.
Thank you, Chuck.
We love you too, Chuck.
Beth, you got any final thoughts?
OG, thank you very much for the invite. I enjoyed myself here, as I always do, and it's been a pleasure hanging out with you. Rest of the panel as well. Thank you so much for your input. I've enjoyed you guys' company. Bob, welcome. I can't wait to see you on more panels. You definitely are a fabulous addition. We love having you.
Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Shente, do you have any final thoughts?
Try to have a good time out, and I'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Joe, cool. Do you have any final thoughts? I thought he said he was receiving a phone call, so I'll go a little bit longer. We'll extend for Joe to get his final thought in, and then I'm going to end it. So, Bob, you're welcome to come back anytime. We typically talk politics, talk economics. We really talk about anything that fancies. Right now, I've been on a kick about space exploration. I don't know when I'm going to go live again. I'll try to start streaming more often. But I think tomorrow I'm going to do a stream purely about politics and the ice stuff for Joe again, because he seemed to really enjoy that.
The 2 moon mission launch went well last, right? We launched, SpaceX launched. Yeah, I know we're launching, and I didn't watch it, but it had the 2 moon lander missions on it. So I assume it went well and landed back, and that those are on schedule.
I'm seriously hoping that SpaceX does more, because now they're starting to focus more on the moon, and instead of like playing at Mars.
And I do know that we added to our our satellite constellation, the surveillance satellite constellation. That went successful. I do know that one went. So we have more spy satellites up now.
I don't know if I'm a fan of that though. I like to piss in my yard, and I don't want them to be looking at me. You know.
Oh my god.
I like to just whip it out and go when I'm in the woods. They be like, "Hey,
look, if
hey.
your job was to sit there and stare at that screen of a satellite flying over all the time, you need a little excitement every once in a while, OG."
Yeah, but they ain't got to be peeping toms. That's weird. They already have access to my photos on my phone, so I mean, shit.
Bob, do you have any input on the SpaceX stuff?
No, I don't know enough to be able to comment.
I don't either, so welcome to the club.
Well, we just it's not really a debate around here. We just have a conversation. Like, some ignorant motherfuckers just come up and just say anything. If you don't want to do that, you ain't gotta do that. But you're more than welcome. Everybody's able to do that and be wrong if they want.
Right, so it's not really so much that I'm scared like someone's gonna rip me apart. It's more just like it's not meaningful. What the fuck does it matter if I just state an opinion that has no logical or evidential basis? Like, why? I don't even give a fuck if I would do that. So why would anyone else? It just doesn't seem to make sense to me.
Very true.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
On the internet forever.
But Joe, I have to actually go get ready. So Joe, I'm sorry. I gotta take Tucker out. He's whining. Gotta go pee pee poo poo. I'll tell Tucker happy birthday for everybody.
Yes, happy birthday, Tucker.
I'm gonna put everybody in the back, do my final monologue, and I'll bring y'all up so y'all can talk after the show if y'all want. Thank you all for coming. I love and appreciate all of you. I like the diverse conversations that we have, and it's been real and fun. And I will make sure to tell Tucker happy birthday from each and every one of you. But I am ending it. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna bring these guys back up during the end credits. Hopefully they don't talk, but then they can talk in the back after the show's over. But I gotta go. My boy's getting mouthy. Love and appreciate all of you. Please come back tomorrow when we go live. If we go live, I'll post in the usual Discords. Thank you all. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed and be safe.